Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am Did Videos. Welcome back to From the Depths. We are going to go ahead and jump right into today. You see me sitting here in my lovely chair in the middle of the ocean, all alone. So today, we are going to be building a frigate to go along with the retrofits that we did yesterday. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw down, we're going to aim for like a kind of a middle of the range kind of frigate here. I'm going to put down a prefab real quick. Of a... That's 47 long. Let's go with a... Yeah, let's go with a comparison. This is about the size I want to shoot for. So this guy is 64 by 11. Okay, let's shoot for roughly that long. So let's go ahead and actually get some distance here, shall we? Let's go ahead and get rid of the wood block in the chair at the end there. Thank you very much. And we can use this to see how long we are. So we're currently 20 long. Let's go ahead and up to... let's go with a nice even 72. Sure, why not? We got this nice long beam that's going to be the center of our ship here. And you know what? Because why not? We're going to actually paint this so that we know which color, where the center of our ship is currently. Okay, and then... As far as width goes, I want to be able to fit multiple Sea Whiz guns on the front of this thing and along the sides. This frigate is going to be kind of defensive with a little bit of offense. I'm thinking kind of a missile frigate that's going to rely on a lot of Sea Whiz to keep itself safe so that it can get those missiles in range of the enemy to blow them to smithereens, if possible. That's what I'm thinking right now. We'll see how that stays along the way. We're going to actually go through it, and I'm going to try and design this thing intelligently. Oh, let's go ahead and get our symmetry line on. I want these a little further apart than that. So I want these here. Turn off connection rules so I can actually do this. I don't want these dead center of the front, though, so I'd probably back here-ish. Go ahead and go down to the bottom layer again. Go to one axis turret there. It's 2 spaces? Yeah, 2 spaces. 2 right there. Okay. As a note, these are currently painted. I'm going to go ahead and use free paint real quick to just remove the paint on those guys. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get down the... Get the front, like, wedge of the ship in real quick. I think we need the transitions 4-meter offset left. So I can actually figure out where I'm actually putting these bloody things, which would be nice to know. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought those would be too close. Okay. How wide is that currently? That is a width of 13. I think we can go one more out. Like that. There we go. I think that's roughly how far out I want it to be. Everything is not currently connected. That's why it's pink. Give me 1 second. I will make it connected. We'll do a 4-meter beam on the front. That connects everything nice and clear. And we'll put a wedge back. Go with 2 meters. And we'll do a wedge front. 2 meters on the front here. So we now have a nice long wedge at the front of the ship. So that's the top of the deck. Normally I wouldn't go so into detail there, but we're going to actually try and make this look relatively decent here. We're going to bring these back to the back. And then probably going to round it off a little bit here. So we'll go into new transitions. We'll do the 2-meter offsets. We'll do them... When you're reversing it, we need to be on this side. Nope. That's the wrong amount. There we go. I think we'll call it there, and we'll say that's good enough for that, and we'll bring in a... bring it one back one more than that. There we go. That way we can do this. Also, that way this is all the way there. Okay, hang on. Do a 3-meter beam on the back. And we'll do a nice 2-meter beam right here, so this is nice and even. And then this is the top of the deck. We can do 4-meter beams and do this. And there we go. Now it's a solid plate of metal. Now we just need to extend this down, and we're going to be able to bring it down quite easily. So the way you do this is you basically go back to where you started, You go in one space. In one space? Yeah, right there. In one space, over 4, and then in again. And then boom, bada bing, you end up with a nice wedge shape like this. Yeah, I think I want to do a couple more layers of that. You go down and in. Forward, sorry, not in, forward. That's wrong. Go. Go. It's not a very big ship that we're going for here, but we are making a reasonable ship. A reasonably sized ship, I should say. And keep in mind, we have symmetry mode on, so it's automatically doing the other side for us, which is very nice to say. Not going to be very big. It's a height of 5 so far. I don't know if I want to do much more than this frigate. Let's go ahead and we'll duplicate out the front here. The middle beam needs to be replaced. Because it'd be the wedge front needs to come down like this. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. I'll do 1. Go back and do beams upwards. Just like that. It would be a very pointy ship. Am I building this upside down? I kind of am, aren't I? I am building this upside down. Oh, I just realized I'm very intelligent building ships upside down. You know what? I'm just gonna carry on, and we'll fix it later. Trust me, there's an easy way to fix this. We'll do a 3-meter beam, and a 2-meter beam, and what I like to do is 1-meter search vector just in the corner there. It's exposed, but it'll be safe. Trust me. It'll be safe. Trust me. That's not exactly a trustworthy thing to say, is it? All right, let's go ahead and let's fix this now before I do more stupid things. Good lord, my brain. All right, let's go ahead and delete this. Very simple. We line this up here. That's the right height. Let's go ahead and increase the width, increase the length dramatically. There we go. That should cover up everything. Yes, it does. Just to make sure. Capture the prefab. Move up. Flip the prefab upside down. Then, go to stone. Just add... it's actually already there, so let's go ahead and just turn on connection checks. Bottom part falls away. Boom. Ship's fixed. Which way is the front? I don't see a front indicator. There it is. Okay. Just to be clear real quick, I'm just going to paint in trim colors real quick. Like that, to indicate that that is the front of the ship. The 2-boat? No, we're not doing 2 boats. We're not putting a boat on the underside of our boat. That is for when we are good enough at the game we can do silly, stupid things. I am not that good yet. Okay. You know, it'd be a lot easier if we to paint this in the future if we just did this real quick. Just colored everything the main color right now. Be a lot easier. We start painting with the... If we place the blocks down with the main color paint, then we don't have to come back for it later. A simple solution. Alright, let's go ahead and... need to bring these walls up. It does not work that way. There you go. And we'll call that good. Not just to copy paste the default top and place on the bottom. Nope. not doing it. You cannot control me like that. This is not that kind of stream. Anyway, alright, let's go ahead and... this. Especially because if we do something like that, we're just gonna get our ass... it's just gonna get ripped apart by the freaking, lightning hoods. That's the name of the people who are killing us currently. Let's go ahead and bring this down. We do a 4-meter beam here? Yes, we can. Go. This is a really ugly looking boat so far. Yeah, I'm not pleased with this. Metal. Why did I bother doing that? I have it on hot select already. Oh, we'll just bring that up. Drop another beam in the wall there. And we'll do a 2-meter beam right here. Alright, now we have a little protected area to put our propellers. That's the idea here, is put our propellers inside this little cubby, so they're protected. Okay. We have a very pointy front of our ship, which should do a decent job at ramming through things. Our center of mass is pretty far forward at the moment. That's understandable, considering there's more mass to the front than the back, which makes sense. Let's see. Our total length ended up being 95 meters. Okay. Let's see. We could do a prefab real quick. Figure that. Erase all. Not what I meant to do. Meant to do prefab. Load a saved prefab. There we go. Engines. We'll go and grab the Goliath, because I quite like the Goliath. It's quite efficient for what it is. And we're going to place down 2 of these suckers at the back here. Go. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this so that we can bring together the pipes. Should be one open spot of the pipe. Right there. It's in the corners. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to swap out this 4-way pipe with a 3-way pipe. We need a corner junction. Oh. There we go. Now that's fully solid. And we're going to route together these pipes. Are they on the bottom? Yes, not quite. Actually, they are, because this beam is in the way. We're going to go ahead and get this straight pipe here turned into a 3-way T-pipe. Here, thank you. And we'll need to get these and angle them down. The shape of design, it's like a VV from... front view from the top. Kind of. I mean, it's a very sharp V. Very, very sharp V. Oh, you mean, like almost like if it had pontoons on the side of it? That's an idea, but we won't be doing that. Let's go ahead and grab ducts. Metal duct, 1 by 1. Down here, we'll place that down here. And we'll grab the, I think it's number 4 I have on here? Yeah, number 4. There we go. Okay. So now we have our metal beams, and we have our engines. We need some resources, though, real quick, just to get this stuff up and running real quick. We're just gonna tack one of these on the side here. And then, resources, need fuel. I think for the glass, we just need I need a 4-meter one. Should fit in nicely right there. And then, should be able to just fill the center here with these, and it should be enough. There we go. Alright, that's filled up nice and neat. Let's go ahead and throw down another layer of metal around this. Around the engine specifically, because I want them protected. What's in the way here? Fuel storage tank. Oh, right. That's kind of all the fuel. Let's go ahead. We can sink in a 4-meter beam there, because we need to come this back up. Let's go ahead and turn our flashlight back on, because the game is insisting it to be dark. Let's do a... That's an alloy beam. Need a 2-meter beam there. And we'll put in a surge protector in the corner here. Be on 7. There we go. And we'll bring the metal walls down the front here. Metal beams on the front is what I'm going to say. It's not walls, it's beams. Bring these over to protect the engine bay. And then we'll do 7. Open this up. We'll do a 4-meter surge protector right in the front here, so it's nice and safe and toasty. And then we'll bring the beams over. Probably that's... we'll do a 2-meter surge protector right there. Bring those over. Just because I want this thing nice and safe. We're actually going to bring that over like that. That's fine with me. We'll do 2 smaller surge protectors there. Then we're going to bring this down, and we're going to cover this up. And then we'll do a simple 4-meter metal beam there. Okay, so this is very heavily covered up right now. That's fine. That's kind of what I want to go for, is very heavy cover on this. Can we go here and then here? Yes, we can. Excellent. And we'll cover that up here and here. Okay, so our engine bay is completely covered up. Now, here's the thing. All of this is metal so far, which means it is going to float very heavily. Usually the middle is not touching the water. Yes, usually the middle is not touching the water. Yeah, exactly. That's more of a hydrofoil thing, if it's one ship. If you look at, like, I'm not building a Zumwalt, let me put it that way. I'm not building a Zumwalt right now. I'm building, think like a World War II frigate. That's more what I'm building right now, not a Zumwalt. Reference, a Zumwalt is the, American, fast attack battleship thing they were working on. But I believe they scrapped it. I believe they scrapped it because it was basically going nowhere. It was really expensive. Now, like I said, this is a very, very heavy block we just put back here. You look at the center of mass is way in the back now. And currently, this will sink like a brick because there's literally nothing on here providing any buoyancy. Which means we need to add a lot of alloy to this. The idea here is that we're actually going to add armor to the outside. So this is essentially the inner... This is the inner ship. So we're going to add a bunch of alloy, because remember, alloy is very lightweight. A single beam adds 130 positive, whereas a single metal beam adds -7. So it doesn't take a ton of alloy to essentially counteract all the metal, in terms of buoyancy at least. Go ahead and, like I said, we're basically going to use it as armor on the outside here. Is it perfect? No. Is it good armor? No. But we're basically going to add a layer of alloy, or 2 layers of alloy, and then we're going to add another layer of metal on the outside of this. It's going to be very thick. Third design referencing better for the ocean. It's hard to say. What's best? I'm not a boat engineer. I don't make boats in real life. I really don't know, unfortunately. Also, we're going to go ahead and bring this metal in on the side of this here. I don't know if this is going to be enough to make it float, but we're going to see what the buoyancy looks like if we drop this in the water like this. Just got to look and see what happens here. We basically added 2 big pontoons to the side here. It's kind of floating. That's good, considering we're not even halfway through adding stuff to this thing yet. So we want to bring up this angle here. So we want to do a 4-meter beam slope here. I don't know if this will work exactly as I have planned here. But I kind of want it to bring... How do I want to do this, actually? Let's do a slope. Doesn't work there. Doesn't really work there. We could do, what is it, triangle corner here? And then a 2-meter beam slope. Turn off collisions there. No, that doesn't work either. I assume it's better, more air or buoyancy. I'm honestly not sure. I couldn't tell you. Also, real-life physics work different than From the Depths. From the Depths does not have a perfectly realistic physics simulation going on in the background. Nope, that doesn't work. You know, I don't think I'm able to do this angle. I don't think this angle is going to work the way I want it to. Maybe if I do that part first. Do triangle corner here. A triangle corner here. An inverted corner. Triangle corner here. That kind of works. Not really any way for me to extend that, or keep it going, I should say. I'm too used to Stormworks physics. I have no idea how Stormworks works. I've never played it. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. So I have no idea how its physics work comparatively. My point is that, that's a reference that I will never understand, basically. Another inverted L here. I'd have to trim down this. It's neat, you should try. Probably won't. I have too many games that I already need to try. Let me put it that way. Unfortunately, a game being neat doesn't mean I will ever actually get around to playing it. Unless I maybe ever, like, turn this into a full-time job. If I turn this into a full-time job, then there's a possibility. But outside of that possibility, it just ain't gonna happen. Let's go ahead and add in here. That there. This is really just not gonna work, is it? I don't like any of this. Too many games, not enough time. Exactly. I could just add a second, like, set of offsets if I do metal, transitions, 1 meter offsets, and do, like, this. Hang on. These are upside down. Whoop. That kind of works. They look really ugly, though. Also, that means that particular part of the ship is going to be quite fragile when it comes right down to it. But it will actually look better-ish in the long run. Does air provide buoyant force in closed pumps? Yes, it does. It really does, but it doesn't provide a ton. And metal is decently heavy when you're talking about the size of an entire ship. So something to consider for ourselves, essentially. We will be adding air buoyancy, but it's also better if you don't have to rely on pumps to be buoyant, because as soon as you get a hole in your ship will sink. So, not the best solution to have to rely on pumps. If your ship is buoyant with its armor on, that's better, in my opinion, at least. I think that's a thing where, you know, agreeable people can agree to disagree, so to speak. We're actually gonna make this entire thing alloy on the inside. So we're gonna get 3 meter metal beam. We'll do the 2 meter metal beam block, and then we'll make this entire interior section right here alloy. So this whole corner is going to be alloy. Can be a 4 meter beam at this point. And we will do a 4 meter alloy beams all the way over. Agreed. Indeed. See, you've seen the light. Alright, let's do a 3 meter beam. 3 meter beam, 3 meter beam. Do some 2 meter beams. And then we're going to add surge protectors. Surge protectors, by the way, also have a relative buoyancy of a positive number, which means you can actually use them as lightweight alloy there for adding buoyancy to your craft. Not a good idea, because they're, you know, extremely fragile. They have 5 armor. The only job they have is EMP. The only job they have is EMP absorption. Isn't there a block that's half wood and half metal? I think it would be great for the deck. I was actually going to use that for the deck, yes. It's called reinforced decking. It is a little less expensive, or a little more expensive than wood, a little less than metal. It has a positive relative buoyancy, a little bit less than lightweight alloy. It's got a little bit less armor. It's actually... The only way it's not worse is by being cheaper. That's actually kind of funny. Also, 5% plus 10 over each meter, or per meter. Looking at EMP damage reduction. This is 8% plus 16 per meter. Okay. So, this has a higher flat reduction. This has a higher percentage reduction. Oh, no, it doesn't. This is straight up better. So, reinforced wood is actually great for decking as far as EMP resistance is concerned. That's interesting to know. Also, by the way, the deck's probably going to be about here. That's roughly where I'm aiming for the deck to be. So I actually need to expand this up a little bit more. Also, we're going to go ahead and take this, and we're going to go all the way back with it. Really? Okay, let's do a 3-meter metal beam there. I'm actually okay with having this, like, weird sticking out like this. In fact, actually, I'm going to embrace it. Oh. We're going to have these little cubby holes here that we're going to probably be able to stick propellers and shit in. I weirdly like the idea that... Also, you can use alloy on the bottom because not many things go straight under you underwater. Exactly. Yes, that is very true. The problem with that is you still need to make sure your center of mass stays in the middle. Otherwise, having alloy on the bottom will just make you tip over. I'm going to add a wet deck underneath this. Or a wet space. Basically, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down and over. And there'll be a small thin space at the bottom of the ship. And that'll be made completely of alloy. Sometimes I know what I'm doing in this game. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. We're going to go ahead and do a 3-meter beam here, 2-meter beam here, and a surge protector here. Really should just remember to just use 7, because it's on my freaking hotbar for a reason. Because I use them all over the place. How I make sure my ships don't get killed by EMP. We can do that real quick. And that. Alright, our engine is now a block of metal, which is fantastic. Does it float currently? I don't think it will. Should sink, currently. Never mind, apparently. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to sink. It's coming back up. It's not fully sinking yet, and we haven't even added the wet deck yet, which is nice. Is lead cheap? You can use that to keep the mass at the bottom. Yes, lead is the same cost as reinforced decking, whereas heavy armor, which is the only thing that weighs as much as lead does, 200 weight versus 200 weight, heavy armor costs, significantly more than lead does. So the idea will be to use lead for the keel, yes. That is generally how keels work, yes. Is you use lead or heavy armor, depending on how expensive of a ship you're trying to make. Alright, let's go ahead and take this up a bit more, shall we? So I want to go with these 4-meter offsets right here. I need to start here. Go, and we'll go back again. Actually, just go back like this. And then the 1-meter offsets are going to be where we come in with that to the side there. Will it make the whole thing ultimately a little more fragile? Yes, but I'm not terribly upset about that. Also, where are we currently on price? 21,000. Okay, if we keep the armor cost under, like, 50k, that's my objective, is to keep the whole of the ship under 50k. Keep in mind, this does have engines currently. Can't move, but it does have engines. Alright, we want the front to still be just as spiky. I'm considering replacing the front wedges with rams. I'm currently pondering that. And then we'll come back with metal beams. Go. Very wedge-shaped. How effective is angled armor? Angled armor is good. Angled armor is very good. You should always try and have angled armor. Much like in real life, you should always try and have angled armor. Let's go ahead and remove this decking, because we don't need that there at the moment. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull this back. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I keep, like, forgetting as to where I'm supposed to actually be putting this bloody thing. Oh, that's one too many. Go, we'll bring that over. Many. Let's see. Blue Wave, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you coming back. Alright. Make the sides angled too. That would be difficult to do. To put angles on the entire sides. Like, if you mean, like, this, I could do that. But that would reduce our drag significantly. It would make it significantly, or would increase our drag significantly, I should say. Although, if I actually added the, like, offsets, like, here, and I did a corner piece right here. No, I need a triangle corner, thank you. That might not be so bad. And then repeat that down like this. It would certainly give an interesting visual style. Might do that, actually. It's an interesting idea. I don't know if it'll work, but we can certainly try. Let me put it this way. There's probably a reason I've never seen any other person who's actually good at this game do that, ever. So, I suspect it's probably not effective. But you know what? It looks cool, and I'm okay with that. Alright, let's go ahead and add in our alloy beam for this, because this should be 4 meters tall. Yes, it is. Perfect. That's exactly what I was going for. And we'll lay down the beams this way. How tall is the ship at this point? It is a height of 9. That's actually not as tall as I was expecting it to be. We're probably going to end up with a height of about 12. Let's see. We can do 3-meter beams. Well, actually, that could be a 4-meter beam. So we'll do another 3-meter beam here. 2-meter beam here. 2-meter beam here. And we'll do a surge protector here. As well as here, and here, and here. And that way we can do... We'll bring the metal back in. 2 metal, 2-meter beams, 2-meter beams, 3-meter beams, and then 4-meter beams. And I'll bring the alloy in for this corner here, just because that's the way we had it. And then we'll do more metal all the way back down this side. And we're actually going to do something a little silly here, but we're going to do 4-meter surge protectors on the corners of the armor of the engine room, so the engine room can't be easily destroyed by EMP damage. Because the engine room is solid blocks. There is no hollow space inside there, which is arguably not a great thing. Okay, that should be heavily defended now from surge protection, or from EMP. Okay, now we have that, and we have very thick armor for a frigate. Let me put it that way. This is going to be a tanky boy. Go ahead and get this ended off here. And we'll do the same thing we did here, which is the metal slopes. And then... Oh, that was the wrong way. Go. And slide that in. Perfect. For me, look a little big for building a frigate. I mean, I think it's a frigate compared to things like the Squire, which is enormous. Like an onion, it has layers. Yeah, it's fair. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's patch this hole up. Apparently I just left a gaping hole in the side of my ship here. I'm sure it's fine. Let's see. 3-meter beam, 2-meter beam, and a block. Alright. From there, let's add a metered slope here, just because I want to. Alright, now let's consider this idea of putting slopes on the outside of this thing. How much armor and health does one of these have? 720 health, 35 armor. Well, maybe I'll have 35 armor. 720 health, and they provide 65 buoyancy. If I was to do... Here? Here. And we did triangle corners. Very weird looking design. I have no idea if that would affect our drag. I feel like this should affect our drag. Even if it doesn't, I feel like it should. Oh, of course, because we moved it back one. We'll mix these up a little bit here. This one should go all the way across. There we go. This one will not. Go by one. Also do it vertical. I feel like this would interfere with our drag for sure, whereas this, it's more likely to just slip past it because of the corner pieces. Let's go ahead and grab beam slope 3. Oh, this is a 2. Whoops. 2. Then a 2 down here. This side is a 3. 3s and 1s. Okay. 2, 3. I'm sure there's a reason people don't do this. Let me put it this way. I'm sure there's a reason that this is not done in this game, because I've never seen a ship with ridged armor like that. Never once have I seen that done. So, we'll see. We will see. And for this side, where are the corners? Wedges? I'm trying to think of what would actually look good here. Square corners. Probably not. Yeah, no, not really. Well, kind of actually on the bottom and top. Kind of. That kind of works. Slope is outwards. What do you mean, like, extending out to, like, here? Like, each layer gets a little wider each time? That would make our armor belt insanely thick. At which point, I don't think we count as a frigate anymore. We count as a block. Unless you mean something else that I'm not sure what you mean. Let's go ahead and... we gotta bring this part up as well. 2. One more? Nope, that's it. It's just the 3. Okay. Height? That's the height. Okay. We'll do beams. Two and a 1 here. I have plenty of surge pictors on the other side of that wall, so I'm not going to bother with putting a surge picture inside the one gap wide there. This looks like it is a straight vertical, and then one down the middle. If I remember correctly, that's what I did before. And then we brought this out like this. 2 meter beam, 3 meter beam, then a 2 meter beam, and then a block. Like using 4 block, not wedge. 4 block, not wedge. Like this? That would be very big. I don't know if that's what you mean. But, it'd be very spiky, let me put it that way. I like what we currently have. I like the design we currently have. We'll see if it does anything. It'll definitely provide us with quite a bit of buoyancy. Man, that's a pointy ship. I just realized just how pointy the front of the ship is. It is insanely pointy. Vertically. Oh, you mean like this. Or like this. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's straight to the point. It's very straight to the point. Alright, let's go ahead and... It is pointy. It is very pointy. Real quick, I'm gonna hide some rudders in here. I decided that's what was going to be in here. Rudders. That's where our rudders are going to be, in that little corner here. And this center block is going to be all propellers, basically. Okay. Let's go ahead and... We are actually quite buoyant at the moment, probably because of all the extra alloy we have on the edges of us for armor. Don't point, it's rude. Says you. Alright, let's go ahead and get down our deck real quick. 2 blocks. Let's see if this actually works. Because the idea is the deck is here, right? Perfect! That literally worked perfectly. Exactly the way I wanted to, except for this one little spot back here, which is okay, because this is the back of the ship. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead and remove that, just so I have it not in my way. Let me put it that way. I just don't want it in my way right now. We're gonna get rid of the center line here. That was useful when we were making the ship, but not so much anymore. That said, we're gonna go into free paint mode. We're gonna grab our detail color. And we're gonna do this. Straight through the ship. That way it has the same center line that our Squire has. Real frigate. That's very pointy. Back is not called the poop deck, it's called the stern. Yes. Actually, it's called the aft. Or they are to the aft. Yeah, so... Yeah, the stern of the ship is at the aft of the ship. You are correct. Though I'd never once called it the poop deck, so I don't know where you're getting that information from. That should definitely not be purple. That's an interesting color when it's in the main color. What about, like, this? That's very crimson. What about this color? Ooh, that's pretty good looking, actually. It's a pun. Is it? Oh, it's... I have no idea what pun you're talking about. Maybe. I think I've lost the plot with the pun. My apologies. I don't get it. And explaining it is just going to make it less funny. You can try it if you want, though. Alright, let's see. Let's grab... what else are important critical things that the ship needs? Propellers. It needs propellers. Propellers are generally considered pretty important for ships. I don't know if any of you have ever built ships before, but generally propellers are considered pretty important. Anyway, I'm gonna stop, like, making popping noises with my face. How many of these can we fit in here? Not that many. We can fit a lot of propellers on the sides here. Which we are going to bring that up with rudders on that side. Oh, it's not wide enough for that. I'm an idiot. We'll put rudders down the middle. There we go. Now we have plenty of rudders for our propellers. Most ships tend to have a helm. That's very true, yes. Most ships do tend to have a helm. Don't necessarily need one, though. Alright. This little space back here. You know what else would be critical for the ship? Having an AI. I feel like that would be pretty useful for the ship. Let's go ahead and grab some heavy armor. Go ahead and do... We'll submerge this down into the center line here. This one. Should be enough for an AI compartment. We'll do... is anyone else having trouble with not seeing others' text? Call the AI Edie. I don't think I'll be calling the AI on this ship Edie. So, the way the naming for my ships goes is it's usually named for something medieval. So, for example, my biggest battleship right now is called the Squire. The one I'm working on to replace the Squire, or to come out after the Squire, is called the Knight, for an example. So, if chat wants to try and come up with a name that fits the medieval theme, you're more than welcome to try. Otherwise, I'll figure a name out for it eventually. It's a Mass Effect reference. I'm well aware of the Mass Effect reference. I love Mass Effect. Doesn't mean I'm gonna name it Edie. Edie doesn't exactly fit a medieval theme, does she? Go. Alright. We can do this to get rid of... No, hang on. Bring that back, please. There we go. I say I need rubber. We'll put rubber around this. We'll put a rubber room around this. Rubber room? I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room. Rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. Sorry. Got distracted there. Put a 3-meter surge protector in the corner here. One in this corner too. This corner. 2 rubber beams. Wait, this is a 4-meter beam. Ow? It's metal beam. This is a rubber beam. What? No, this is a... Wait, how the fuck? Oh, they're not vert. I'm an idiot. I was very confused how the hell I managed to fit a 3-meter beam into a 4-meter space. I was very confused for a moment there. Ignore me. Probably more effective way of doing this, but for the life of me, I don't know it. Okay, that's a nice big chunky boy of rubber. And we'll put down some more surge pictures around the corners. Okay, that's probably good enough. Chevalier? That is a medieval world. Chevalier. Cavalier might work. Chevalier, I don't know what that is in terms of medieval terminology. I mean, there's chivalry, Green Knight, medieval weapons, or soldiers. Both. So we have the knight, the squire, the bolt. We have the infantryman, patrolman. I don't have an archer yet, but I'm working on one. I don't think this would be the archer. The archer and quiver, I want to be carriers that are designed to carry arrows and bolts, respectively. That's something I'll design in the long future at the moment. Green Knight, I don't dislike that. Cavalier, Chevalier. You think it's French. Fair enough. I mean, the French make lots of words, so... Or made lots of words, I should say. Okay, that's probably good enough for that. Let's go ahead and actually put the AI in there now. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. There should be, yeah, 2 meter, should be a 3-meter space on the inside of this, yes? No, there's not. What did I do in here? It's a 2-meter space. Okay, so I only need, oh, it's 3 wide, I think, right? Yeah, it's 3 wide. Okay. So, let's go ahead and do the AI. Well, let's prop a mainframe. Let's go with a mainframe, like, roughly dead center. And then we'll do connectors out to the other side. Until we run into the walls. There we go. And we'll grab a wireless transmitter. We'll grab the... what else do we need on this thing? Hard slot. We need target prioritization. That needs to be pointed like this. Hang on. Say, where the hell did the fucking connectors go? We need a card slot. That. Card slot. There we go. And we'll put down the plug and play. Not plug and play. I need target prioritization. There we go. Because I want this thing to target fast things, essentially. Did a search on Google Frigate. It's the box. Did a search Google Frigate. It's the box, lol. The Executioner would make a sweet name for a destroyer. The Executioner would make a sweet name for a destroyer. You are correct. Or, given the Executioner delivers one solid blow, maybe a bomber? Imagine bumper car boat. The original infantryman actually has rubber sides so they can bump into things, because I didn't know how collision avoidance worked. And to be fair, collision avoidance still sucks in this game. Let's go ahead and do general processing cards. Get these down on the sides here. That's the wrong side, brain. Gotta rotate them inwards. There we go. We shouldn't need much more processing than that for this guy. Do I want the AA guns to be on their own channel? Their own mainframe? No, I think I want all the guns focusing on the same target until it's dead. Because the main gun on this isn't going to be that much bigger than the Seawiz guns. It's going to have a lot of missiles, though. Maybe the missiles should have their own targets. That's a question that I don't have an answer to, unfortunately. We could do mainframe. This is 18 processing power. That's quite a bit. We will do these. Go. Do a mainframe in the corner here. I don't need 2 of them, thank you. Grab a connector. And we'll do general processing cards. We probably don't need these ones. We can do on this side instead. And we'll get a wireless transmitter here. We'll use this for the missiles, because the missiles are only going to need a small radar lock So we'll be able to turn the missiles on and off independently of the main ship. Have 2 for redundancy. Eh. Two AIs for redundancy is one thing. If they're in the same room with each other, they're not exactly redundant, are they? I could do another AI here. No, because I wouldn't be able to add general purpose cards on this side, unfortunately. Unfortunately, even though it definitely looks like I could be able to fit 2 cards here, I cannot, in fact, fit 2 cards here. Because that's the way the game works. This one has 20, this one has 6. That should be enough. I shouldn't need that in here. I don't think I'm going to put missile interceptors on this thing. I think I'm going to go almost entirely Sea-Wiz for when it comes to shooting down missiles. Well, maybe some medium interceptors wouldn't be a bad idea. So, what I'm talking about here is that for missile interceptors, what I like to do here for missile interceptors is, because they tend to be spaced out quite a bit, you can add a controller, kind of in the middle of your AI. You can add a wireless transmitter, this side of it. And then you can add a... Where is he? Identify friend or foe, that could work. If we do this down here, is there more space down here? Kind of. No, there's not really a single space I can, like, actually put this. We do a... This is hollow. I should have made this, like, 1 tile larger, unfortunately. I could just use another transmitter. I don't really want to do that, though. Pretty much need to have a staggered fire add-on. Then missile interceptors don't need IFFs because they're aimed at the enemy. They shouldn't ever... And also they're interceptors. They shouldn't ever be hitting friendly missiles in the first place. We go... And missile interceptors kind of have their own IFF built into them. So staggered fire, and then I need to go to AI. I need a Sea-Wiz controller. That's under defense brain. Weapon system controller. I hate the fact that I'm this close to the AI, but I still need to use a wireless controller for this. Okay, this should be controlled by a missile. Failsafe connected to missiles. Aims them at missiles. And it says it is weapon used to aim, controller ID 1. Excellent. We have missile controller is controlled by this all-in-one Sea-Wiz controller. You did real building a frigate, not joke. Did real building a frigate, not a joke. As in, I'm actually building a frigate? Yes, I'm actually building a frigate. Go and put the... Go. Now that's back. Okay. And we're going to add... We're going to make some Sea-Wiz guns. The English here be good. I mean, most of my viewers are not American, funnily enough. Probably something to do with the times I stream, but most of my viewers just aren't American, which is fine with me. I don't care that much. It's interesting. We get to meet lots of weird people on the stream. And by weird people, I mean from weird and different cultures than my own. You know, I'm an American. I'm a red-blooded American. I bleed cheeseburgers. So, I'm okay with, you know, meeting everyone else in the world, you know? It's fun. We have a lot of fun here. That's the important part, is that we have fun. Let's go with sub-objects here. Let's get these turrets placed back down. Because I want them. I want them here. Down. I'd like another one of these, please. Thank you very much. There. Go back down to the hole. And I'm going to want another one here. I'm going to go... Actually, you know what? A full broadside cruiser would be an interesting... Or frigate would be an interesting idea. Not having any centralized guns. Just ones on the sides. I do 3 wide. That gives me space to put armor between them so they don't blow each other up. Although, I am planning on not letting them blow each other up in the first place. Do I have space to put another one in here? Yeah, kind of, maybe. So let's raise this out of the water so I stop being blinded by the water. Two away from that? Yeah. The idea here is maximum Sea Whiz. And I'm thinking a line of missile launchers down the middle. So yeah, no real quote-unquote main gun. Just Sea Whiz and missiles. Because the enemy seems to really like their fucking missile cruisers and missile ships. So we're just going to add fuck you numbers of anti-missile weapons on this thing. I'll probably make... I'd make one big, like, flat gun. Now, hold on a minute. I could do missiles. Or I could do, like, a spinal gun. I said whiz. You shush now, Recon. You know that I mean close-in weapon system. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the Sea-Whiz controllers down on this, guys. Speaking of which, actually, I need local weapon controllers as well. It's a 3 meters wide. I probably just add them like this, right? I was on the... Put them like this. Go. And then we'll add... You know what just occurred to me? I should just make one of these and then duplicate them. Should just make one of these and then duplicate them. Alright, bring me to one of them. Pikeman, Man-at-Arms, Mercenary, Hoplite, those are names. Hoplite's not a bad name. Kind of is, you know, Hoplite's man with shield and spear, so he can attack and defend. Light on his feet, decently quick. Yeah, that kind of comes to a good idea. I have plenty of good ideas. I will choose one soon. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Let's whip out an advanced cannon. Let's go ahead and make something nice and simple here. We're going to make, essentially just a really basic autoloader here. So the front is this way, yes? Front is this way, okay. So I want autoloader. You pointed this way. We'll do a cooling 5-way. So that's connected there. We'll go up. The deck is here. We'll call it there. Bring the autoloaders up. We'll bring 1 meter clips. Should be this way. And up. And we'll do ammo ejectors, because this is the important part. I need to bring this whole thing back. Alright, hang on. Because I wanted to fit inside the turret, like, gap there. I need ammo inputs. Are these not connected? Have them on the wrong side. Let's be that way. There we go. Okay, so these ejectors basically allow the ammo to be ejected and diffused without blowing up in the event the autoloader takes damage, which will prevent the gun from exploding if it gets hit. Which is kind of our main goal here, is to prevent the injectors from exploding. And then we're going to take the cooler, and we're going to go 1 cooling unit straight up. That gets us to the top of the deck. This should put us here, so we'll do a cooling corner. Right there. We'll do a laser targeter down here somewhere. That makes this more difficult. Need a laser targeter on this thing, because we're going to be firing flak at these people. We're basically going to be firing so much flak that the enemy can't help but die. That's the idea, at least. I think we can fit that there. That should work. Go up one more. Might be better. We'll go this way. Nope, that's the wrong direction. And we need a firing piece, which is somewhere around here. It's the one highlighted in red, brain. Ooh, okay, those are on the wrong corners. Good to know. Wait. Yep, there we go. And rotate those around. Excellent. Go. And believe it or not, that works. Don't ask me how that works. I don't know. However, with that said, let's go ahead and get a mantlet on this thing. We want an AA mantlet. I don't call it an accident. I call it close range surprise fireworks display. Close range precise fireworks display. That's interesting. All right. That's certainly an idea. And we're gonna do a ammo customizer on this thing. We're gonna pull a little bit of space back. I want... How many of these do I want? Probably 4 wide module would be good enough. Not 4 wide. 10. I want 10. 12 is probably fine. We'll do fixed shell, thank you. Invalid design. You don't fucking say. Do flak head. There we go. Firing piece for firing piece 1. We're just gonna do a 60mm. That's fine. Let's see. Expected muzzle velocity is currently very, very fast. Makes sense. We're gonna do super cavitation base. We're gonna do a... Where is it? Timed fuse. A emergency ejection defuse. And then a flak head. Or flak warhead body. Okay, so what we have right here is requires 720mm in the casing, shell length 300mm, clip length requires 1. We need a 3.3 meter barrel. Do 6.86 RPM per intake. Kinetic damage is 408. Armor pierce is 1. I mean, it shouldn't really be doing that anyway. And a 13 meter flak radius with 118 flak damage. Probably kill the speed a little bit by doing... We'll bring the super cavitation base back to here. 8. That's the nice thing about CWIS guns, is they don't need to be the fastest thing in the universe. We'll do timed fuse. We'll do emergency ejection defuse. And then we're going to do black warheads all the way down. Okay. That gives us 268 flak damage in a 16-meter radius around each bullet. So it should be an effective explosion of significant sizes around this thing. Time fuse 15 seconds. Automatically explode after this many seconds of firing. That's fine. Because it'll automatically adjust based on the laser targeter. Okay. And then we need to... What if I added armor to the turret itself? Does it need to? I don't know. Ammo intakes. Assign all ammo intakes to this. Let's see what kind of stats we're working with here. No shell loaded. Not enough oh, right. It would help if our boat had any amounts of ammunition. Once again, we're going to go ahead and just tack on some material storage real quick, because we're not done yet. And then we're going to put some ammo on top of that as well. We need to actually build an ammo storage area, which is what we're going to do later. We're going to do that kind of in the middle. This is just to give me an idea here. All right. No shell loaded. Cannot afford shell. There you go. Now you have credits or resources. Should be building shells. 65 rounds per minute. That is awfully slow. Ammo intake limit is what's killing our slow here. Actually, hang on. We could increase that then if we took 2 advanced cannons. Go back into here and grab ammo inputs. And we need to go to this turret. We don't need so many coolers. We're to remove some of the coolers. What's our cooling limit still? Still 109. Assign all intakes. 87. Why is it 87? Oh, because the ammo intake is still 87. Cooling limit is still 94. Let's go ahead and do another one. Up to 79, so that hurt us because the cooling limit. Okay, that's fine. But if we took this and we did a barrel, and we did a 4-meter barrel real quick, I know we don't necessarily need a 4-meter barrel, but we are going to take a 4-meter. This helps cooling. Provides cooling for the system. Physical force, physical force. So these are the recoil. This is for cooling. We'll have a bore evacuator down on the bottom of this thing, which increases our cooling back up to 81. We could also very easily do... We could do cooling here and here. That's the deck level. We can't do that. Can't do that either with the laser targeter. We'll put the laser targeter up here. It should be fine. Like, it'll get damaged, but I'm not that worried about it. It has 50 armor. It's about as... And it's behind the mantlet, so it should be okay. Where else can we add cooling? This is below the deck still. We could do this. If we bring this one out like this, it should allow everything to connect, right? Yes, okay. Which means we can do this. And that's 96. The ammo intake limit is 92. That's, I mean, a shot every half a second-ish. And then we can do recoil observers, 8 meter. Probably too long. Let's do a 5 meter. Looks like 6 would probably fit. There we go. Now, is that enough recoil absorption? That is way more than enough recoil absorption. Holy crap. How much recoil absorption do we need? Let's do about a 3 meter would do. Yep, a 3 meter is more than enough. Okay, excellent. I feel like there's probably a way we can make this more space efficient. Ammo ejectors really like to stick out the front of the gun. We could make it a 5 meter turret base, and then it would have no problem at all rotating. Because it would, you know, fully be inside the turret. Let's real quick go ahead and do APS firing piece number 1. First of all, hang on. Hard accuracy 0.1, thank you very much. 360-degree turret base, we'll make that number 1. We'll put ourselves in a little chair over here somewhere. Control, chair. And we'll give ourselves a fire control computer. I'm now in control. It's pretty slow, but it will never run out of ammo. Ever. What if I did belt feeders instead? So if I did belt fed, that would reduce our overall firing rate. Or reduce our number of clips. It would reduce our amount of ammo. Let's do 1-1. So let's do this one up as a belt fed. And we'll compare them when we're done. And then whichever one I like more, we'll make more of those. Also, I'm going to add the cooling gauges on the back of this thing this time. Bring this back up. There. And then we'll do... It's here. That's probably fine right there. Nope, that's not fine, because it needs to be, like, here-ish. Yeah, it's fine. And we'll do... Why are those yellow now? It needs to turn to... Oh, because it only has 2. Alright, okay. And then we'll do belt-fed autoloaders. Now, belt-fed autoloaders are a little bit more finicky, in that they only allow for 1 input. Which is somewhere around here. There it is. Go ahead and go down with that. I guess it means we could do more of them. Probably can't afford that much cooling, though. We'll do... Actually, the best way to do this would be this side. The belt-fit autoloaders going this way. This way. We'd go up the side here. And then we'll add clips. Which should be... The vertical? Yeah, it's vertical. Okay. And then we'll add the actual input. Ah, I forgot about the ejections. How am I going to do the ejections on this guy? That's a problem. So I can't put it out the side. I'm pretty sure it has to be connected to the top, right? Pretty sure it has to be connected. Like, I'm pretty sure this doesn't count. Otherwise, that kind of works. It actually pokes out less than the other one. Alright. Let's bring up a cooling unit up out of the top of this thing. Went 2 up? Yeah, 2 up and then the corner. Then the firing piece. Mantlet. And a 4-meter barrel, because I'm going to use the exact same shell. Let's go ahead with a... Where's the barrels? There we go. 4-meter barrel. And we'll use a bore evacuator on the end, just like we did the other one. Yep, this is all incorrect. Which, if we do right here, we do a cooler corner. That should connect it. There we go. That's all connected. These are not connected. Okay. Can you put ejections on a belt fed? You might not be able to. Or it has to go on top end. That spot right there. That might be where it has to go. Which we can connect that anywhere right here. And we'll find out real quick if this works at all with an ammo ejector. Backwards. That's not connected. I don't think this works on belt feds. Destroyed. Ejector is destroyed. All shells in the autoloader and clip will be ejected unless there is a second redundant ejector. When a clip is destroyed, all shells in the clip will be ejected. When an autoloader is destroyed, any chambered shell will be ejected. It doesn't say it doesn't work on belt feds, but I'm assuming it doesn't work on belt feds is what we've learned here, which is a shame. All right, let's go ahead and we need more ammo intakes on these guys. We can. I think we can do on... I don't think these counts. No, that's floating. These count, though. And we can do this side as well. Because we can do a coiling corner here. Oop, that's connected now. Alright, and we'll do all ammo intakes. We'll do a... Real quick, let me go ahead and just... Is there a copy button on this? There is not. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, let's go ahead and do ammo controller. I could add it in the corner here, actually. We'll go there. Do a 4 module. Oh, it's upside down. And a 2. Go. And we'll do a blackhead. Yeah, that's fine. Black D-Wiz 2. I'll do... What did we have on this side? Add 4 casings and then everything. Okay, so 4 casings. Although if we can't have an ejector on this, then I guess we don't need the other thing. The ejector part, the defuse part. Which means this also will explode if it gets shot. That's something to consider. We'll do a timed fuse. And we'll do flak warheads. All the way down. Go. Let's see. Expected velocity is slower than the other one. That makes sense, because we added an extra warhead. That's fine with me. Flak race 15, 219. What? Smaller? 268, 16 meters. Four. What? How did we manage this? Filling 360 millimeters. Filling 480 millimeters. It's... Oh, it's a 4, not a 2. I'm an idiot. Never trust me to build your shit. Never trust me to build anything reasonable. There we go. Now it should be bigger. Because it's full of bullets. It's full of bullets? Our bullet's full of bullets. Spaced armor works in this. Yes. Didn't we have this conversation yesterday? About spaced armor? Let's see. Recoil absorber. You might not have been here for that conversation. Which I will accept. as a reason. Assign all intakes. Go. Okay. Wasn't here yesterday. I thought you were. You might have popped in a little bit yesterday or something. I don't know. Maybe my brain's just confused. Credit X for fire, 0.1. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this one has an RPM of 129. The limit is still the autoloader. Limits are still the autoloaders. Just not enough autoloaders to actually get enough gun in this gun. Question, though. Could I scrap these intakes and put a second stack of autoloaders here? So that's still technically within the 3 meter turret. Now our loader limit is 258. Now it's our cooling that's the problem. Okay. Where can I add more cooling to this thing? Do a splitter here. We can do a splitter here, a corner here. And a corner here. That's not connected, brain. We'll do a normal cooling unit. And to make it look cool, we'll do that. Our cooling limit is now 245. I mean, it's a lot faster. Our recoil currently is 309. And our absorption is 309. Our recoil is 200 or 901. It's a bit more recoil. We could move this to the back and slap another recoil absorber on the back end of this thing. It's what, 7 meters? Oh, it would be 5. 6 that we could put on this. Help if I actually rotate it the correct way. That would not actually be enough to stop this thing from exploding. Need another 2 meter one here. Fit another 2 meter one there, I should say. Alright, that should be enough to prevent it recoil from being a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and compare the two, shall we? We still in the box? Yes, we are. So that's the guns. Interesting. It doesn't sustain its fire. Hang on. I know why it's doing that. Your maximum fire rate is 92.7. You go to stats, or APS, and say, your maximum fire rate should be 92. We'll go with 92.5. Why not? And your shell gauge is 60, that you desire. Your fire rate is 245.5. Alright, noted. So, 200, or that's what I'm going to set it to. 45.5. Not 1,000. God. And your desired gauge is 60. Go. That should stop it from skipping like it was. Because autoloaders can do that for some freaking reason. There we go. Why is it holding fire? Every once in a while. I don't know. As far as what, like a 4-round burst? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It was about 5 or 6. Shots fired is somewhere in here. Oh, hang on. 110 shells available. 105 shots available. Why are you only loading 5 shells at a time? Probably your ammo intakes. You don't have enough ammo intakes on your actual autoloaders themselves, is my guess on that one. I did this. Assign all intakes to this one. Gun needs load, lol. I mean, that's true. Let's go ahead and designer mode. There, refill APS shells. There we go. That's better. So with a full load, it will continue to fire forever. Or until it runs out of ammo, I should say. Because it shouldn't have enough ammo it takes to do sustained fire, not with a belt fed. Though belt feds have to reload after a time, they can't fire continuously like normal autoloaders can. We slip this over to all. We get a lot higher fire rate out of this. It's debatable which one I actually want. It's a lot more firepower coming out of this guy over here. but it's not sustained. His sustained RPM is somewhere on here, if I remember correctly. His sustained firepower is 6.3. His sustained firepower is 2.6. It's still higher firepower, but here's the thing. He will explode. He will not explode. So we can test that by going over here. And we get out the old pistol. Put on a none. If we shoot him, we shoot him right in the clips, nothing happens. See? If we shoot him in the clips, he explodes. So we can shoot his clips all we want, and nothing bad will happen until the last one falls off, essentially. It's debatable which one we want here. I feel like I could make better APS gun than this, though. The ejection defuse is really nice. What if we... Okay, real quick, let's go out of build mode. Designer mode, repair all, please. Thank you. Okay, let's... Yeah, I think... I like this gun, but I don't think it fits what we're going for here, so let's go ahead and get rid of it. Not what I meant to do. There we go. I think the less vulnerability of this gun is better what I'm going for. I think that's what I'm going for, at least. Can I make the clips longer? What if I move the recoil absorber to the back of the thing? What would that actually do for me? Making the clips longer. Would that actually make a difference? Also, that wouldn't actually work because the autoloaders are pointed this way. I put the autoloaders on the sides instead. Now, let's change that back the way it was. Let's build a different one. Let's go to the main ship. Do a turret. I want sub-objects. We'll do a 3-axis turret. Basically testing guns right now is what we're doing. Okay, and we're building on this. Let's go ahead and build advanced cannons. Let's go with autoloaders. 1 meter shell. If I put this here on the front of the gun, we'll turn on... Not what I meant to do. Maybe back to the main gun that I'm working on. Thank you. Because it's the last turret now. Alright, let's go ahead and do autoloaders all the way up. To the deck, which would be right there. And we'll do ejection defuse. Oh, we can't do that. Hang on. Whoop. So the ejection defuse had to be on the front like this. Well, hang on. That doesn't work at all then, does it? Because I want the clips to go back this way. Like towards the back here. That doesn't work at all. They work on the back side there. Oh, not like that. These connect? I don't know if these connect or not like this. Let's go with the ejectors. Okay. And we'll do the clips. It needs to be this side. Probably would have been better if I activated symmetry mode for this, but whatever. Let's go ahead and add in our ammo inputs. We need ammo input feeders. We put them on the front, I believe, as well. I believe that works. Go. And we'll put the... Start the 5-way coolers. Right here. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll go up. We'll do a single cooling unit going straight up. Up from there. And then we'll add a corner. Actually. I want that in line. It needs to be right there. which we can do that quite easily by just doing this. And varying what side that's on. There we go. That should be connected to that now. And then we'll go up from there. Do cooling units. We'll put the firing piece on the front. Man, everything's connected. Hey, look at that. I don't know if that's going to be able to turn, though. Which we can test that real quick. Do weapon group 2. Weapon group 2. Exit build mode. Go to my nice chair here. Out, weapon group 2. Can you turn all the way to the side? You can! Woohoo! Alrighty then. So that's fine with me then. Okay. Go. This might be a significantly faster shooty bang bang gun. Hang on, if I just go to the base craft real quick. Go to prefab mode. Clear the prefab. Clear all of this. I need a... Go with a... That prefab. Go to this gun turret. Capture that prefab. Go back to the base ship. Put this like this. And there we go. Now it's on the base ship, and all of them will be able to access it. They should all be able to access it, I should say. I do this. Yep. Seaweed Shell 1. Assign to all intakes. Okay, now we have autoloader limit of 130. That's much better. That's 4.46 seconds. That's a lot more bullet per bullet. Let me put it that way. We wouldn't be able to fit another set of autoloaders in there, could we? Surely not. By doing this. So it would need... I did that. It would only load one shell per autoloader at that point, but if the autoloader only needs one set, to sustain fire, here's our fire rate, 258. That ain't too shabby. Interesting. And then I can do cooling vent out like this. Actually, there's not a lot of recoil on this guy either. What if I did put clips on these instead? I don't think that's going to change much. 158. Yeah, that's the same, isn't it? Yeah, 158.2. Okay, that's what I figured. It's the same. Okay. We'll get a mantlet up on this boy. Get an A man. Not quite the direction I intended it to be. Let's go ahead and get 4-meter barrel. We need a cooling intake on this? We can at least add a border back here because they look cool. Because why not? They look cool. Gives me a cooling bonus too. Could do a recoil bonus instead. Let's add in our recoil absorbers for that matter. We want a 5-meter one, and we want it roughly here. Which we'll have to do a little bit of shenaniganery for that, but that's okay, we can do that. This 5-way vent is going to need to go... to be this way? I think that will work. Then we can do a single cooling unit going out like this. And it's connected. Be a real gangster, you need to put the gun sideways before shooting someone with it. But we're not trying to be gangsters. We're trying to be very terrifying. Boat. Okay, also, stats real quick. Hang on, core. Part accuracy is 0.1. We didn't add a laser targeter on this guy. If only we had somewhere we could add a laser targeter. There we go. You could still be a gangster boat. A gangster boat. You know what? If we ever make a gangster boat, we'll call it the Bandit. Or the Highwayman. Because, you know, you get robbed on the highway. Anyway, to match with our other boats. And we'll, I don't know, make it fire a broadside of guns or something. I don't fucking know what it'll do. I have no idea yet. Can it still rotate all the way around like that? Yes, it can. Okay. Good. Highway to hell. I mean, they say it is paved with good intentions. Let's see. From here, probably just want... I think I like this gun better. Yeah. 158 RPM. Let's make sure everything's set properly on this guy. We'll do 60-meter shell. 158 RPM. Almost exactly 158. Yeah, it's 100... I don't know what I just deleted, but I need to put it back. The limit here is autoloaders, so that doesn't matter. Okay. So that's as fast as we're going to get this thing. Now, I am well aware that if these autoloaders in the center core get destroyed, they will explode. But if these center ones get damaged, that means the outer ones have already been destroyed. Which kind of negates the purpose, doesn't it? So it's just a little bit of extra firepower for just a little bit of extra fragility or vulnerability. But honestly, if it gets destroyed, if the center piece gets destroyed, this turret's probably going to fall off anyway. Like, it probably already has been, fallen off. Let me put it that way. Also, it just looks so much cleaner than that hideous abomination. All right, let's go ahead and we will say blocks, stone. Back to me, go to the core. And delete all of the turrets. I forgot that turrets don't get deleted by symmetry mode. Wait, actually, my symmetry mode's like this. Nothing got deleted like down here, did it? No? Okay, good. I think anything that would have been deleted is below the boat. Anyway, alright. So it should be symmetry mode right there, please. Thank you. Sub-objects mode. We're going to save this sub-object. We're going to make this a 3x3 Sea-Wiz. It's more like a 5x5 Sea-Wiz. Go. And we will paste these suckers back in where they should be. This is roughly equal with that? Yeah, equal with that. Roughly equal. No, that should be exactly equal. It should not be roughly equal. There we go. We now have a ton of guns. Here's the one thing we're going to do, though. We're going to modify these all a little bit so they can aim over each other. Mainly, we want just a broadside. I don't know if I want it to keep it like this or if I want to make them taller than each other. Broadsides will pack a serious punch. Yeah, they will pack a serious punch, yes. You are not wrong. How much ammo do we need for this thing? We need 1,500 materials per minute at the moment for these. For just these. We're gonna have to add a lot of ammo to this boat. Okay, that is roughly the amount of ammo we need to stockpile these guns. Let's go ahead and take a look at... So in theory, if we have it like this, they can actually shoot a full broadside like that. That is a lot of firepower. That's not really a broadside as much as it is all the guns pointed perfectly in one direction. There you go, that's all 10 of them. Anyway. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. They're aim perfectly sideways like this, yet they blow each other up. You know, just because the guns aren't explosive doesn't mean the flak shells aren't that they fire. That's delightful. All right, let's go ahead and turn that. Let's repair that, please. Thank you. Okay. It occurs to me I probably should have added the armor, like the turret caps to these guys first. Yeah, you know what? Real quick, go to build mode. There we go. All the turrets have now fallen off. Except for one, for some reason. Not sure why. That's fine. We'll go ahead and get rid of it. And we'll bring back one of them. So we can put it down. And then we'll go up to the top. We'll do blocks, reinforced decking. And we'll do a deck. Boop. Everything's been decked. And this one needs to be removed. This needs to be removed. Thank you very much. No, this guy needs to be removed. Actually, hang on. Symmetry mode, please. What just happened? I think I accidentally exited building mode while also clicking symmetry mode at the same time. There we go. That can actually be moved now. Let's do a 2-meter decking here and a 1-meter decking here. Okay. And the other turrets will do the same thing. They'll all be poking through the ground, and we'll just have to remove the blocks around it. Let's go to the back of the ship real quick and fix the deck, because I know it needs to be fixed. Go. Okay, back of the ship is fixed. We are floating a good amount above the water, which is nice. All right, let's go ahead and fix up our turret cap. So we want our turret cap to be made of metal. Made of metal. Of sterner stuff. Hang on. Switch your mode, please. Also, let's put this in our trim color. Go. I want a simple turret cap. I don't really want anything complicated on this guy. Go ahead and do that. It's probably fine. And we'll do a 4-meter beam slope here. Do we want a 4-meter beam slope? Do we want a 4-meter beam slope like this? We want a 4-meter inverted corner. I don't dislike that. And we can do a 4-meter beam slope coming out the side here. That's a very ugly looking turret cap. I kind of like it. We can do a 2-meter beam slope like this. It looks very chunky, and I kind of like it. And the reason I want it like this is we're going to do a... Oh, hang on, real quick. Something I just completely spaced on. There's space I can add in the middle of here. I'm going to remove this one autoloader for something very, very important. Prefab. Load save prefab. Controllers. APS-C was controller. I just put that right there. In the end, every plan relies upon strong arm and tempered steel. That's a good quote. Who's it from, out of curiosity? I want you on... You should be on panel 1. This one. And your main rule set is, yeah, ignore things that are going to miss you. Prioritize things that are bigger. Prioritize... Is that crams? Which one's which? It's prioritize... prioritize missiles over crams. That's fine. And ignore anything outside 900 meters. Let's increase that range to, like, 1,500 on this guy. Because, if we can see it, we should be shooting it on this guy. Because missiles could be coming in from quite a distance away. And also, these are bullets. I'm less concerned about wasting bullets than I am about wasting missile interceptors. Alright, let's go ahead and get defense. Let's get a laser warner on the back of this thing. Actually, we'll put it up here. Boop, laser warner there. A smoke dispenser on the back. And we'll do a ignition warner on the front. Now we're going to paint those red. Go. Paint the laser warner red too. Why not? And then we're going to get... Yeah, that should be fine. I'm not going to bother adding AI to each turret. I'm not going to bother adding sensors to each turret. I'm going to make one, like, central tower that has a bunch of AI in it. Components so they can see stuff. The narrator from Darkest Dungeon. Oh, fair enough. Let's see. It's a very small turret cap. It's probably going to end up being quite fragile. But I think I'm okay with that. Chaff emitter? With active radars, both including sensors and missile seekers. Increasing their error, the high radar return from chaff does increase the chance that sensors and missiles will know something in the area, however. Just shoot up chaff into the fucking air. You gave it little eyes. I mean, yeah, kinda. Spider's eyes. 8 eyeballs. Tasty. And however many are on there. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a octagon, so 8 more. So 8 plus 8. 16 eyes. 16 little eyes. Anyway, and 1 big eye in the center. Let's go with... We got the weapon system controller, we got the munition warner, we got the laser warner, smoke dispensers, and everything else. Do we need shield protectors on this thing? We do have 2 Goliath engines. We have a lot of extra engine power. We could put some shields in here. That's an idea. Get rid of this metal beam here. Slide this all the way to the back. and put a 3-meter metal beam there instead. That's pink. Make that black, please. Thank you. So smoke dispenser, the gun farts. It's to prevent lasers from hitting it and doing damage. Because lasers do lots of damage and suck buckets. Let's go ahead and bring the range in. Let's bring the elevation angle up like this. Let's bring the height up. That's probably about good right there. Do 8.5 meters. That's fine with me. And we'll increase the width to about 3 meters. Or 4 meters? So they overlap slightly. And we'll extend the range up by a tiny bit there. Decrease the elevation angle. Right there. There we go. And we'll make the shield color... Let's go with, like, green. Like a vague green color on this guy. Oh, and also, effect strength will dial this up to, like, extra strength 5. It's, again, mainly to prevent lasers from just instantly annihilating these fucking turrets. Okay. So, from there, I think we've got that turret pretty much locked down, yes? Anything else I want to add to the turret itself? I don't think there is. I think I'm good for that as far as the turret goes. Let's go ahead and do sub-objects mode. Resave select objects you're currently building with. This allows you to permanently change its base type or save it under a different name. Resave this. 5x5 CWiz. Okay. Now we will place this. You should just sink it right into the ground here. And should fit right there. That did not, in fact, save the armor cap. Fuck that. Oh, because I'm building on top of the... Let's go ahead and just, sub-objects mode. Let's just go ahead and resave this. 5x5 CWiz with cap. There we go. That's much more deadly looking. That should line up with the hole pretty much right there. Alright. Perfect. And we should be able to turn those turrets. And we should be able to fire those turrets. Very nice. Okay. Just to test this real quick, let's get a plane in here real quick. Let's spawn a duster in here. They should shoot it down. Or they... Actually, no, they won't be able to shoot it down. Yeah, they have no AI currently telling them where to aim. So they know something's out there, they just don't know where to aim. They should be able to hit the missiles, though, interestingly enough, because they have the munition warners. Maybe. I'm not sure how that works when they have no AI. Well, this is what a ship looks like when it has no AI, ladies and gentlemen. Or no ability, no eyes to see. It managed to blindly intercept the missiles. That was not accurate at all, but it managed it. Which is very funny to me. How many of these could we actually intercept? I'm curious. Jackals from Halo would approve of the shield. Yeah, I'm sure they would. Those dastardly Kigyar. Can it intercept? Can it see missiles? Because this really seems to be accurate at intercepting missiles. We actually hit one? Sorry, we actually hit one of the dusters. And I was very surprised by that. Did we? I don't know if we did or not. Either way, this is very entertaining to just watch things explode. Let's go ahead and call that there. Destroy enemy vehicles. As a note, this deck is really, really wide. It doesn't need to be this wide, but it is. We could make the deck thicker. We have a lot of extra buoyancy on this ship, right? Like a lot. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna see if this sinks the ship. Change from reinforced wood to heavy armor. Yeah. It sinks it a bit. I love that we have a lot of extra buoyancy, and then I add heavy armor, add one layer of heavy armor, and it sinks the whole bloody boat. Michael Bay made a career people's enjoyment by watching things explode. A career of things, that's sort of... let's go ahead and change that back, shall we? Heavy armor. Let's change that back to, reinforced wood, please. Thank you. Refit. Nice submarine, though. Technically, yes. But also technically, no. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the rest of these online. The rest of these need to be placed in here. We'll get symmetry mode enabled. Go. And right here. Boop. 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 And boop. Our cost is currently 148. I'm trying to keep this thing relatively cheap, but that is not I'm not succeeding at that currently. Surely that would not fit there. No, I don't think it would, because it has to have an air gap there. But these currently can all rotate all the way around, yes? Oh, right. It would help if I removed the deck that's currently in the way. We'll go to the blocks, reinforced decking. Caps lock, let's bring this up a little bit so I can see properly. Thank you. Let's see. It's on the base. Go up from here. Problem is, I can't see. Is there a way to just remove the turrets? I don't think there is. I could do... This should remove the decking, though, is the problem. Well, actually, no. That's fine, because the decking is right here. Boop. Hang on. Turn that back on. Put that back. Symmetry mode on, please. Thank you. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that one. That one. Then I do this, and it should... Now I can see the holes again. Okay. So, I need... Here. 3-meter beam. And... This should be a... Ooh, this needs to be a 2-meter beam. Okay. And then a 1-meter block right here. No. This one needs to be a 3-meter beam facing this direction. And the same thing, presumably, a 2-meter beam. Yes, 2-meter beam. And then a 1-meter block. And then that's it. All the way across. Boom. They should now all be the turn. Except for the one that's inside my firing computer. My bad. Let's put that up at the front of the ship. We'll do a control, chair, and a fire control computer. Sit down in the chair. Okay, all of these are able to turn. Excellent. And if we line them up properly, should be able to all shoot through each other like this. Why are only 3 of them able to fire? Oh, because I don't have enough ammo. Adoy. Resources. Ammo boxes. There we go. So, at very limited angles, we will be able to fire all 10 barrels at people. Seeing is overrated. Seeing is not overrated, sir. Alright, speaking of seeing, it's time to actually add the eyes to this thing. Actually, first, let's provide some ammo. We need 1,500 ammo. I'm gonna shoot for, like, 3,000 ammo, because, remember, we have missiles to add to this thing still. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this up. Build on the base of the ship. I'm gonna get rid of this material container. I'm gonna add in the permanent material containers real quick. Hang on. Just throw down 2 of these big suckers right here. Get the middle of the ship aligned with symmetry mode, please. Hello, symmetry mode. There you are. Should be, like, right here. I don't want them like that. Shouldn't need to add more than one, more than those 2. That should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and do a brain is not working. Brain is not working. We need a ammo. We need an ammo. So the best way to do ammo, as far as durability goes, is to do... Well, putting it right next to your fucking AI is not a good idea. But the idea is to do a 2-meter, and then a 2-meter with heavy armor around it. It's not going to work here. It's just not going to fit. I can put a little bit of ammo here, but I'm not going to be able to fit much here. I can fit more here. Oh, okay. Then you do blocks, heavy armor, and I believe it's 2-meter slopes is perfect. Is all you need for this. Prevent them from blowing each other up. That's a problem. That's let's just hope that doesn't get shot. How about that? All right. Same goes right here. We can fit a 2-meter slope here. Is this perfect? No, not even fucking close. Is it what we can afford, basically, in terms of space on the ship? Please tell me I have symmetry mode on. Yes, I do. Okay, good. I'm still gonna need a lot more ammo. But at least this is an acceptable amount, I should say. And then we can take these, and we can intersperse them on the sides. Not that side. We can't, because that's the edge of the ship. You say it won't fit, but you must follow the words of angry Scotsman. Lube that woman. I just love the cafeteria lady. Oh, what's her name? I used to know her name. I used to know her actual name, not just cafeteria lady. It's just okay. It's just like she's clearly very excited by that prospect, but because she's so monotone, it just comes out as okay. It's just so perfect. Such a perfect delivery from that character. We have enough ammo currently, but we want more ammo, because remember, we're also adding in missiles to this bloody boat. We only have half of our weapons online at the moment. Probably put the missile or the ammo in the back here. Well, I want to do VLS back here. Like, I want to do one really big fucking VLS system in the back here. I guess I could put ammo back here instead. It won't fit there. It's not a good combination here, but this is not perfect. But we're just gonna fill the sucker with armor. Go, got that covered up, and we'll put a 2-meter beam straight down the middle, or a 4-meter beam down the middle. And we'll paint that purple, because why not? Because stop me if you can. The answer is no, you cannot. And we'll go back to green. We'll do 3-meter slope here. We'll do a 3-meter beam. There we go, that's nice and covered up. And we currently have 2,450 access to ammo. Okay. Let's get that. And we've got all that ammo situated. We also put a decent amount of ammo in the middle here of the ship. We could do that. I'm hesitant to do so. I could do 1 layer of armor, or 1 layer of ammo. That way it doesn't interfere with the turrets. That's all I can do on that side. We'll do heavy armor. We'll do heavy armor slopes. If this doesn't work, by the way, blame Borderwise. He's the one who told me this works. I think it was Borderwise that said this works. Okay, that's a bit more ammo. So we've got an extra 1,300 materials available as ammo per minute than we currently have. I don't know how much that's going to translate into, like, you know, missiles. Okay. All the guns are online. Let's go ahead and build our conning tower, shall we? I'm almost tempted to punch a hole in the rubber and bring the AI up physically so that there's no wireless bits on this, but then it occurs to me, all these are wireless, so, yeah, probably wouldn't work in the long run, would it? Also, as a note, I did add spaces for missile interceptors on this boat. I have an idea. It's not a good idea, but it is an idea. I'm gonna put a big fuck-off turret on the back of the boat. Where's our center of mass right now? Where do we lean to in the water right now? We lean to the front or the back? We currently lean to the front. Well then, boy, do I have a plan. Ooh, hang on, we're rocking a little bit. Which side do we actually lean to? Hard to tell, honestly. Looks like we lean a little more to the front than the back. Looks like we're a little more front heavy than back heavy. Also add rockets. Could also add rockets, as in rocket propulsion to the ship. We are not adding rocket propulsion to the ship. That is not something we're doing. We have enough propellers. We should be fine as far as propulsion goes. You know what? Fuck it. Let's actually see how fast we can move in a straight line, shall we? We have not actually tested that yet. Which one of you is actually the driver? You have target prioritization? Yes. No. Which one of you is the main AI? Hang on. I know how to tell. Go down here. Go into the actual AI compartment. Hang on, there we go. You. Am I on the... I'm not on the fucking body, that's why I can't see it. Or why it's not popping up properly. You right here. You, buddy. Congratulations, you are the name of... You're actually the captain of the ship. What should the captain of the ship be called? Well, I decided on a name for the ship. The ship... let me scroll back up in chat. I know one of these was the one I wanted to go with. One of these, I saw the name, and I was like, yep, that's the name of the ship. It was... That's the one. It was... The Cavalier. The Cavalier. I know you suggested Chevalier, but Cavalier makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. But what this boat's purpose is. It's supposed to be decently fast, get in, defend the... Or come in, take out the missiles that are being fired, kind of like protecting the flanks in the old days. The Hoplite, I'm going to save Hoplite for something really fast. Like, really fast. Because when you think Hoplite, you think speedy, agile dude with a sword and, or a spear and a shield. This, he doesn't really have the range to be considered a spear. He's defensive, but I don't know. Something about the cavalry just sounds about right to me. Let's go ahead and you, sir, are a... I guess you're a broadsider. Yeah, you're a broadsider. You will start your broadside. If you are above 1,000 meters, you will close on your target. And you will start your broadside if you are below 700 meters. Let's see. Nominal broadside angle is 75 degrees. I'm not really sure. Yeah, there we go. We'll say 75 degrees is probably fine. You are a boat, sir. You will avoid collisions with all people. Your max altitude is 0, because you're a boat. Minimum altitude is 0. And altitude above land is 0. You are a boat. You will remain a boat. You do need, like... You're, like, barely above water. Height of 12, so you need... you need a water depth of, I'm gonna say, 15. You are able to reverse. That's fine. We're gonna say your turning circle is probably a bit wider than that. Let's go with, like, 70. Maneuver, I want you to be a ship. Congratulations, you are now a ship. You can use pitch controls, because I haven't given you any pitch controls yet. I can fix that. I can fix pitch controls. Just do additional... I don't think we need any additionals here. Thank you very much. The IDs, basic settings. I think we're good there. We can go to the target prioritization card, which is up here somewhere. Ooh, there it is. AI card slot. Did I not put a fucking AI prioritization card in there? I've sworn I put a fucking cards, AI behaviors, target prioritization. I could have sworn I put one of those in there. There we go. I must have removed it at some point. Anyway, not all boats are ships. Not all ships are boats. Rain, welcome back to the stream, sir. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? I want you to do the more AI something has. No. Value per missile. I'll put that up to like 0.5. So it'll want to prefer things ever so slightly that have missiles on them. And value per speed, we're going to turn this down because you're not engaging fast things. That's not your objective. Because your bullets are quite slow, actually. Okay. And we'll leave that as is. Basically, a tiny little adjustment, but it should be enough to do what we need it to do. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up from here. Alright, now we're going to build our big motherfucking turret. We want a sub-objects. We want a 1-axis 5-meter turret. I'm going to slap this sucker down on top of the engine room. Where's the center line of the ship? Is that the center line? Yes, that's the center line. Right there. And we're going to go up. We're going to remove all of these so that we can actually see the damn turret. Hey, trying, but I'll live. Big booms today. More like, working on a ship that will provide us safety from big booms. And also provide some big booms of our own. I'm trying not to make this too much more expensive, though, because we're already getting up way past where I wanted this thing as far as price-wise, because of all the freaking armor we added to this damn thing. So, from here, here's what we're going to do on this turret. We're going to add... not an AI mainframe. That is a terrible idea. We're going to add blocks. We're going to add metal to the sides here. I want a protected core on here. Thank you. So I want the core protected more than anything else. And to the point where I'm going to make this one big-ass fucking wedge, basically. Do triangle corners. Go. This is basically going to be one big-ass metal chunk at the back of this thing. I have to restrain myself from potty humor. Dad doesn't like it. I do prefer if you restrain yourself from potty humor, yes. This is a channel where we at least try and be somewhat serious sometimes. And try and not be children. Because I don't want to encourage children to watch my channel. And way down here at the bottom, probably about... there, this one. We can replace this with a wireless receiver. Tilt it up like this. That should connect it to the AI. There we go. Connect to the AI. Excellent. 2 channels on... oh, there's 2 transmitters on channel 1. Oops. Hang on. I can fix that. You should be channel 1. You should not be channel 1. Whoop. You should be channel 2. You're the missile guy. Yeah? Yeah, you're the missile guy. Right. AI number 1 is the one that's engaging using the turrets and keeping us intelligent. Alright, let's go ahead and go up. We want to keep going above these turrets. So we want to keep going up. And to do that, we're going to keep expanding the metal beams. Hang on. That. I'm going to do... what would look good here? Just triangle corners? No, because I don't want it to be that thin. Because that would replace these center blocks with inverted corners are like this. But that's a bit too thin for my liking at the moment. Oh, that's actually kind of a weird design. I kind of like it, actually, like that. We'll go up one more layer. I will do a single triangle corner. Okay. And then we'll grab the AI connectors and bring them up. So, the reason I did this is we're going to put all of our AI is basically, all of our detection is going to be on top of this big-ass conning tower. Children watching this channel is a serious matter. Playing with blocks will never appeal to them. Just recon. That's the point, is if we don't have that level of humor, the children will see this and go, well, that's annoying, and leave. Or not very funny, and they'll leave. Which is fine. I'm fine. It's what I want them to do. If people leave my channel, I'm okay with that. I don't need people watching my channel. I do this for fun. The fact that y'all are here, I love it. But y'all don't need to be here. Let me put it that way. If y'all got something more... Let me put it this way. If y'all got something more important to be doing, go do that. You don't need to be here. You know, like... I am not important, is what I'm saying. Like, y'all you got better stuff to be doing. Feeling appreciated. I do appreciate you guys. My point is that I'm not important. Like, you guys don't need to be watching me if you have something more important to be doing. Like, I will live without you. Let me put it that way. That still didn't sound right. I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. My brain doesn't work. We're going to do 2 rangefinders pointing outwards. That. Okay. That way we have forward and backwards detection on this thing. And we have radars pointed in every direction. Actually, let's swap those for armored rangefinders. That doesn't count as a connection point. Okay. Back to normal rangefinders it is. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. We don't need that. We could put something on the edges there. IR cameras, maybe? That would block those. We have the radar going in every direction, so we're good there. Yeah, that would work. It's not gonna be well armored, this block of crap, but you know what? That's a good point. Let me go ahead and get down here into the base of the tower here, because I can already see this getting hit by freaking EMP rockets. Let's go ahead and replace this metal beam here in the middle with a beam of surge protectors. Oh, so the surge protectors there. And should do the same thing. Oop, no. Same thing on this side with this beam. We'll do a layer of surge protectors there, and a layer of metal here. Blinking lights for the cool factor. How about missiles for the cool factor? Because that's what I was going to put on this, was missiles. Would you like missiles instead? Blinking lights for the cool factor and big booms. Okay, okay. I'm here because this is very interesting. Well, I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. What other AI detection components do we need? A wireless snooper. Oh, I forgot to squeeze in a wireless snooper. Shit. Where's AI? Whoop, down here. How much do we have left on this one? Oh, plenty. We can get rid of one of these guys. There we go. Wireless snooper. Not connected. I mean, not connected. There we go. Since the radar system does need explosives next to it. It absolutely does. So I'm not going to put them all the way at the top. I'm going to put explosives on the bottom of this thing. Let's go ahead and do metal blocks real quick. We're going to do... we fit in this area. Oh, right. It probably would help if I was building on the turret, wouldn't it? Go ahead and do... hang on. Go. Slopes there. Slopes here. Can't protect these ones with slopes if I do that. Hang on. How come those ones are connected? What? How on earth are those connected? But these ones aren't. What? Oh, the little beams from the rangefinders, maybe? Yeah, little beams from the rangefinders. Those little tiny, like, studs there. They actually count as connection points. Okay. Neat. We're going to bury some surge protectors in this sucker right here, because there's only one spot here to do it. There we go. And then we'll take the slopes up a little bit more. We'll do another wave there. We'll do another one there. And we will do one here. Do we have radar on this thing? Yeah, these are the radars, brain. You need a tiny block between them. Yep, that's what I just did. Never mind. Stream delay. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and put that down there. That's nice and covered up now. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And we'll get the metal beams out. And the camera goes up, yes? All directions except down. Yep, so that if we do that, it blocks the upwards direction. We don't want blocking upwards. And that's a camera, so we can actually do one additional step here. We go to air, ducts, and go to wooden, or metal duct. Not wooden duct, metal duct, please. Thank you. We can face it like this, and we should be able to... Nope. We need... Not... No, there's miscellaneous. Somewhere in here there is a... If we go search for it. It's a porthole? Porthole metal. Where are you? Under decorations. It counts as metal, but the visual camera can see straight through it because it's made of glass. Which means it's still protected. The IR camera, I don't think can see through it because it's, you know, glass. What did I just delete? I just deleted the camera. Yeah, that can't see through it. So the IR camera doesn't see through glass. Does it see through ducts? That's a question I don't know the answer to, actually. No, it does not. Okay. That's from Babe. Oh, it'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, that much I knew. I know that reference. I'm more likely to understand movie references than I am to understand game references, unfortunately. Especially from, like, smaller or less known games. How much health does one of these things even have, anyway? It's got quite a bit of armor, honestly. Like, the armored version is significantly stronger, but not that much stronger. Also, I want to point out, I have not added any controls for pitch, and it is doing just fine at staying above the water. I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay, let's go ahead and... we should be able to expand the deck back in a little bit. Not all the way, obviously, but a little bit. Should be able to get right up to it, I think. On these sides. Oh, also, this should be weapon group... Well, weapon group 5 on this guy. And we need, what? 3s on this? I don't think that's going to work. That definitely won't work. Let's do reinforced decking 3s. Okay. Does weapon group number 5 still spin? Looks like no, it does not spin all the way around. Okay. It's probably the side angles. I had to guess that would be the problem here. I get rid of these. Place those with the 3-meter beam. That enough to rotate now? No, it's not. Okay. It might be the 4 meters at the back. Boop. I get rid of all of these and replace them with 3 meters. That should be enough to rotate fully now, yes? No? Okay, let's get rid of these. Nope. To 2-meter deckings. If this doesn't spin freely, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Okay, that spins freely. Okay. So, to that regard, let's go ahead and, while editing this, I'll grab metal. We're going to take 2-meter slopes, and we're going to go all the way around this thing. Let's make the base... Make the base more square? A lot of freaking police sirens are going by my apartment right now. Okay. Does it still spin? Yes, it spins. Okay. The idea here is to go out 2 blocks from here. So we'll do 3-meter beams all the way around. And we'll go 4-meter slopes up. Go Bring that over. We'll do triangle corners. And then, piece de resistance. We're going to add in surge protectors in here. Because remember, this is where our AI's, brains are. Or its visual sensors. Without these, it literally cannot see the enemy. Except for very small amounts using the wireless detection. No rounded base. No, I don't think we can do a rounded base on something this big. You can get a little roundish, but not too great, unfortunately. And we'll do slopes. 4-meter ones, hang on. 3-meter? 2. Up the surge protectors, there we go. And we'll add a square corner. I don't think I ever used the freaking square corners, but there we go. Using the square corners for once. Okay, and we'll add a 1-meter slope. Attached to the sides here. It's like a... I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and... We've got that there. We got plenty of surge pictures down here, but let's get a little bit more. Because remember, if this dies, we cannot see anything outside of the ship anymore. We're going to add a little bit more surge pictures where we can. Actually, get rid of those, and we'll do a 2-meter going down. 2 in each corner. We do a 3? No, we can't. Okay. Okay. And then we'll add 1 more corner block. Square corner? Triangle corner? That's kind of pointy. It looks vaguely spiky. But you know what we can do to make it more spiky? Come at me. I have spikes. Fuck you, I'm gonna make them red. I love that I know my chat so well. All I have to do is put spikes on things, and everyone in the chat goes, yes! Everyone loses their shit as soon as I add spikes to things. I love it. It's so great. I love you guys. At least most of you do. Some of you are probably silently staring at me like, why? Why are you adding spikes to things? And then others of you are very much on board with adding spikes to things. A crown of spikes is what is on top of this boat. Perfect. Alright. I've decided against putting missiles on top of this thing. I've decided against putting missiles on top of the control tower. I've decided against adding the explosives to our eyes. So, instead I'm going to add one big-ass fucking vertical launch system at the back here. 2 missiles. I need medium missiles. Corn demands more spikes and more red. Well, unfortunately for Corn, we don't worship Corn here. We don't really worship any gods here, come to that for that matter. So, suck it up, Corn. Oh, we're gonna get all these missiles across the way here. And we're gonna add more of them here. And we're gonna add connectors in the middle. Then, we're gonna add actual controller right here. Should work right there. We'll do the identify friend or foe. That's connected. We'll need to do a staggered fire add-on. And do an AI, local open controller, all in one, right here. That should connect. Also, I want you on channel 2, thank you very much. No, you're not close enough to connect. Damn. About here. Is that close enough to connect? Wait, yes. No, yes, maybe. Say it ain't so. Alright, there we go. Connected on channel 2. That way we can turn off the vertical launch system if we so choose. Missiles. Let's do mediums. We want gantries. That way, thank you. All the way over. Go, and I want to put them on this side. Up. We need to remove the deck here. And am I right that I need to remove the second layer? I am, okay. It'd be easier to build if I wasn't underwater and my camera was freaking out. Thank you. I'm going to add hatched gantry. Can't connect to rail gantries is what it said. So is that... I thought you said it can't connect to hatched gantry. Oh, can't connect to railed gantries. Right, okay. So there we go. We'll add this here. That shouldn't prevent the turret from existing. We'll go up here. Grab this, thank you. Go up one, over one. That's the wrong side. Want them to be down one, thank you. Then down here, and then F to fill in the gap. There we go. And then let's grab these gantries. Does it fit like this? Oh yeah, it does. Alright, and then we'll add the aerodynamic gantries at the end. No, those can't connect? Oh, dang. I was really hoping that could connect to those. Oh well. Alright, well there's the hatches. So, it is a decent sized missile. Do I have a medium that actually fits in here? I don't have a medium that fits in here. This is a... What size missile is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 10 length missile. I don't have any 10 length missiles that fit. I've never made a 10 length missile, apparently. Good to know. Appease the blood god. Never. I shall not. I shall not appease the blood god. Let's go ahead and... I guess we're going to design a new missile, then. Just pray they don't have radar tower. Hit the radar tower as it spins and moves. I know. I have a plan for that. Believe it or not, I do have a plan. Believe it or not, I actually know what I'm doing sometimes in this game. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. I need fins. And I need a... I need a 1 turn. Fuel tank. The active radar seeker head. Thank you very much. Ooh, a laser doesn't. Missile laser block is pointing at. It has to be connected to a controller. Okay. I was thinking I could toss that up on top of the tower. Does smoke interfere with this thing? It would interfere with our up visibility. We could do it. Or I could put it on the back. Connector. One block will fall off. Can I not attach it to spikes? Apparently I can't attach it to spikes. Good to know. I'm afraid the back 2 spikes will have to be removed for placement of a useful thing. We'll do a metal. Do a slope. Trust me, this is going to be useful. We're going to do a receiver. And we'll say this is channel 2. Thank you very much. And we'll do a laser emitter. Ooh, I need to go down here and add a laser connector here. Really fits anywhere here. We just need a missile transmitter. Right there on channel 2. That should... now be able to aim its missiles. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do... Hang on, we're working on the front one here. One of these things we're working on. I think it's this one. This one has fins. We're gonna do... Laser detonator. Receivers will aim the missile at the missile laser block is pointing at. Isn't there like a laser beam rider? I just sworn there was like a laser beam rider. Yeah. Backwards facing laser receiver follows the beam of the missile laser blocks is connected to its missile system or another missile system on the same vehicle if desired. Used for engaging fast air targets as the laser does not have to be pointed at the target until the terminal stages. The beam needs to be within 30 degrees of the missile or the missile cannot see the beam at all. Let's just go with a normal laser designator. And then we'll do explosives. We'll do 2 reinforced bodies and we'll do 2 EMP bodies. That should make it quite durable as far as missiles go. Or as far as medium missiles go. I mean, we'd be able to shoot them down, no problem, but that's not what we're doing, is it? We also need the 1 turn. Okay, and then we want an activation delay. 1 turn won't activate for this much time after launch. We want an activation delay of... Let's go with 1 full second and see if that's enough. Copy all launch pads. They have thrust duration of 32 seconds. They have a lifetime of 20 seconds. We need to increase the thrust then. Down range. Hang on. Thrust output. There we go. We need to bring that down to 19.5 seconds. That's fine. Okay. Gotta go to sleep. Good night. Hope the build turns out well. We're almost done with the build, but thank you very much, Recon. Have a good night. I hope you get some good sleep. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it at that. Copied all matching launch pads. Thank you very much. Also, custom thruster smoke. We're gonna use. We're gonna go with a green theme here. So let's go with like this an olive drab kind of color. Yeah, that's about olive drab. We'll copy that to all launch pads, and we should be good to go. So that should be on all launch pads now. Excellent, it is. As a note, we also need to do reinforced wood, 2-meter deck, a 2-meter deck. Hang on, no, this needs to be a 1 meter. Hang on, let's turn it this way. Deck, 4-meter deck. That leaves a 2-meter spot in the middle. Nope, it leaves a 1-meter spot in the middle. There we go. Okay, and then just test. This can still spin all the way around. Yes, it can. Oh, it's still leaving an air gap there. Interesting. Okay. It looks like that shouldn't interfere too much. Let's go ahead and fire off some missiles to test, shall we? Need to find the controller real quick. Missile controller, you are weapon group 1, I think. Go. Yeah, because the Sea-Wiz is weapon group 2, so this means this is weapon group 1. Let's fire these off. Oh, that's a beautiful arc we have there. They should do some significant damage. I think we can actually turn the timer down on that though, on the 1 turn. Activation delay of about 0.5 seconds should be good enough. Copy all launch pads. Fire! Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. And they don't slam into the turret. Or the tower, which is nice. Why did my smoke just pop? What? Why did we just get hit? Oh, wait. Because the laser aimed down at the ship. It aimed at one of the turrets, and it caused the smoke to pop. I think that's what just happened. Let's take no control of the ship for a moment, and let's spawn in a duster and see what happens. Oh, it's gonna get annihilated by those missiles. If it isn't, doesn't get annihilated by the flak being shot at it first. Actually managed to miss with all that stuff. That's amazing. With all those missiles, we managed to miss. That's impressive. As a note, that means I should probably change the weapon control real quick to not fire at small targets with the fucking missiles. These should be... they should probably have at least... Can I see how many blocks a duster has? No, I can't. I wish I could tell it to fire at volume. Let's go with... like... 1,000 to engage. Because, like... A ship this size is how many blocks, roughly? Can we tell that information anywhere? Don't think we can. Yeah, don't think we can. By the way, something I never commented on, but it's actually a really cool feature of this game. You can export STL files from the game. So if you have a 3D printer and you want to, you could straight up 3D print your ships. Straight or export their model straight out of the game. Just click that button. Yeah, in theory, 3D printable, although there's no guarantee that 3D printing would be a success. But yeah, that's something you can just do. That's just in the game. You can just do that. Let's go ahead and... Total performance, 70 missiles, 44 APS. We're about in the price range I wanted to go. Crazy. Yeah, exactly, right? You can just do that. You can just print out your ship, essentially. Also, we want repaint this color. Thank you. I'd like to paint all of these. I'd like to paint all of these. They should be green, not red. Color goes away eventually. There we go. All right, and then the decks as well. That's the center line? That's the center line. Okay. Go get the deck all nice and painted. That would be where the bodies of the turrets are. Or the necks of the turrets are, I should say. Seems we are doing a little bit of riding up at the moment, but that's okay. I can fix that. This feels very laggy when I'm doing this, but it technically is running still at a high frame rate. I don't know why the fuck it looks like that when I'm painting. Like, it only does that when we're painting, which is very weird. Go. Okay. Actually, I kind of like how it's like the nose is kind of that dark gray color instead of the solid green color. Like below a certain depth. I kind of like that. Okay. I think we're almost done here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to add a few more small tweaks here. Because remember, I wanted to build a turret that fires missiles at other enemy missiles. We're getting a little expensive, though. I think we might have to just call it there. Like, we're kind of up to our budget, so to speak. Like, we're running over budget currently. Unfortunately, because missiles are very freaking expensive. Also, how much ammo do we have left at this point to work with here? Like, I know it's not a lot. Ooh, yeah, we're running right up against the limit of the amount of ammo we can carry. But if I ever decide to make a more expensive version of the ship, we could do that. For the moment, I'm going to add some decorations. We're going to go to miscellaneous decorations. I want to go a simple railing. Paddle block with face removed for decorations as a railing. Railing, TA 1 meter, medium M1. Placed against the... Oh my god. You know, I should have known from the fact that it was yellow that there was a lot going on in there, but, yikes, there's a lot going on in here. Okay, these are the straight railings. I want railings along the sides here. Let's get this up out of the water so I can actually see what I'm doing here. I want railings like here. That's not connected to anything. I'm not building on the ship, am I? I'm building on a turret. Oh, that's just not connected. What's the button to replacing as a decoration? There's a button for it. Places decoration. Control Shift X. It also shouldn't be increasing our material costs at all. Because decorations don't cost anything. No. Want a 3-meter railing here? 2-meter. Oh, and it looks clean. Hey, look at that. We have railings on this ship. What a concept. At least some railings. I don't know if I like how pointy the fucking nose is on this thing. Oh, speaking of which, we forgot to actually add armor to the inside of the ship. Because if a shot comes in from the nose, it'll just rip straight through the ship. Probably should, fix that. Probably don't want that happening. You know, just a hunch. Let's do a 3-meter beam here instead. And we'll do 4-meter beams here. No. We'll do the 3-meter beam here. The idea here is basically just make this a solid wall of armor so that nothing can get through here. Which will also provide some spacing here because we'll have the whole nose of the ship essentially for spacing. Let's make a little space right there actually. And we'll go over. And we'll go 3-meter beams here. And we'll do one more layer. Wall here. And we'll grab 3-meter beams. Go. And then we want 2-meter beams here. That's all that we can fit. There we go. That would be at least some armor in between the front of the ship and the freaking guns. Still build lol. Do you mean that we're still building in the stream? Yes, because building a full-size ship in this game takes a long-ass time. But, honestly, we built a whole ship in 2 hours and 37 minutes. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of that. I think this will actually be a decent, workable ship. We need smoke detectors. Hang on. Hold on. Also, vehicle. Construct name is the Cavalier. And this one shall be, the actual AI shall be called Sir Green. That's what we're gonna call him. Because he's green. And you, this mainframe, your job, fire the missiles. There we go. That way we know which one is controlling which, because the Cavalier fires the missiles is controlling the thing. So if we turn that off, we should still have our AA guns, but we shouldn't have the missiles. Correct. And if we turn this on, we'll fire the missiles as soon as we have a weapon lock. Am I controlling the missiles? I might be controlling the missiles. Nope, I'm not controlling the missiles. Oh, right. The dusters are too small to fire the missiles at anyway. Hang on, let's give us something big to shoot at then. That's absolutely wrecking them. Holy cow. I mean, these are dusters. They're easy to kill. I probably should give them firing constraints so they don't shoot each other in the back. But occasionally when they line up perfectly like that and they can fire all 10 guns, it's really satisfying to watch. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn in something much bigger so that I know for a fact that the missiles will fire at it if they're online. But I should probably turn the missiles off first. There we go. Let's spawn in the Atlas. Say, so no lock for the missiles. Fires the missiles! Currently, it's getting hammered by flak. Ooh, the missiles actually missed. Interesting. Hang on, they're coming back around. Some of them are, at least. They have enough fuel to do that? Or they're aiming at the backside for some reason. Interesting. I don't think they're maneuverable enough to keep up with a laser. Yeah, I don't think they are. Hang on, it's gonna drop bombs on us in a second, right? I think it dropped bombs, but we killed them instantly. I don't think we've had a single missile hit yet. Just flak. We're just killing it with flak slowly over time. We're just slowly peeling it apart with flak. There's the missile hits. Okay, we need to redesign those missiles. They're not maneuverable enough. If we can't hit an Atlas, there's no way in hell we're hitting anything. Anything. Maybe a fin instead of a warhead at the front. That would probably do good. Copy all launch pads. Thank you. Also, I just want to test this real quick. I do group 1, and I aim downwards. Does it actually hit it? No. Okay. Yeah, it does. It does cause us to pop our own smokes. The missiles are for emotional support. The missiles are not for emotional support. We just need to fix them. There we go. We'll spawn in the Atlas. Spawn in the Atlas. Thank you. Hopefully the missiles annihilate it this time. Oh, they turn much faster now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, it's a bit of a difference, I think. Get frickin' wrecked. Okay, let's finish up the laser protection on the main ship. Because our turrets have it, but our main ship doesn't. Let's go ahead and do defenses, laser warners. We're gonna make these black. Gonna want one pretty much right there on the middle, on the front. And then where's the layers of armor I just built? I want one right in the middle of that. Thank you. And I'm probably gonna want one on the back side of the ship. That's probably fine right there. Right there. And we'll do one more dead center of the ship. Why are you off center? How dare you be off center? Alright, and we'll put smoke dispensers right underneath each of these. Go, smoke dispenser there. Smoke dispenser here. And a smoke dispenser here. Right there. And we'll put one on the back. Do we need one on the back? Do we have space on the back for, like, right here? Yeah, we do. Alright, let's put one there. And let's turn on symmetry mode real quick. Go. Dispenser's there, and we'll put a laser warner right above it. Perfect. And then we don't have any CWIS directly behind us. That's a slight problem. Well, we've got a decent turning speed, it looks like, so maybe I don't need to worry about that too much. Santa yaw, pitch up, pitch down. Okay, also, water, air pump. We never actually built these. We'll put down one on the back of the AI here. None of it is flooded. Excellent. I think that's the whole ship, actually, isn't it? Except for the armor compartments up front. Water pump there. Water pump here. Should be on the center line, brain. Okay. I think we are good, because this area is pumped out. Because this pump here. Volume greater than 3,500. I should reduce that, then. Where could I add another armor wall? Really can't add one anywhere. I could, actually, straight up the center line. I could divide the ship in half. That works perfectly. Let me put this smoke dispenser. Kill that. Put it on either side. And we'll do blocks, metal, beams, straight up the middle. From here. Where... That'd be a good place to do it right there? I think that would be a good place to put it right here. We'll do from here to the center. And then from the center back. So they shouldn't be able to place it anywhere there. Till we get to the here. There we go. And then it should be 3-meter beams on top of that to get us to the top deck. Let's get that opened up, please. Thank you. We'll go all the way to the front. These 3-meter beams. Perfect. And should be able to fill this in with a 3-meter beam. And fill these in with a 3-meter beam. Most of them anyway. Not all of them, but some of them. There we go. And then we'll need a 2-meter beam for these. This is a 4-meter beam? What the fuck goes here? Something big. 4 and 3s. Or 2s, that's what it is. Okay. That's divided in half now. At least that front part is. This part is not divided in half. We can divide this in half by doing a 2-meter beam here. We can do 4-meter, 3 meters here. All the way over? All the way over. That's going to clip with those guns. Hang on. That won't work. It needs to be 3-meter, 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 2-meter, and then a 1-meter. Let's make that a heavy armor, just because you can. Actually, let's make it a heavy armor 3-meter beam going backwards. Perfect. That should be divided now. So we'll put a water pump right here on top of the AI, because why not? Oh no, that guy's right there. You should be fine now. Yes? Yes. Okay, and then I need to add air pumps in here. No available volume, probably a duplicate pump. No available volume. That doesn't quite track. Do slopes not count as walls? It's very possible they don't count. It's very possible. So otherwise, this should be sealed up at this point. But you're not saying that you're over 3,500 meters anymore. I'm very confused as to why that worked. But it doesn't work up here? What if I just put one pump up here? Available volume, just probably duplicate pump. Is this not considered solid? And thus, this space is... Nope, this space is able to be pumped out. Why is it this one that's the problem, then? Why is these two the problem child? I put like a pump in the ceiling or something? Did I miss a spot down here? Hang on. I did miss a spot. It's down here. This is where the hole is. But this area is pumped out because of the one behind the AI, so that's fine with me. That's good enough. Oh yeah, look at that. So much more buoyancy now. Excellent. Also, actually, it's kind of riding right along that line where we painted. I kind of freaking love that. That just kind of worked out that way. Okay. And our total cost is 201,000 volume, or materials. So about half, a little less than half the cost of the Squire. And we are designed to kill things. And more accurately defend ourselves from missiles. Let's go ahead and save this, shall we? We got everything named. Fire some missiles. Sir Green. Everything's saved there. Toggle firing. Definitely want you to stay on that. You can stay stationary, by the way. You can sit stationary. Like, you don't have to keep moving, buddy. Adjustments. We're good here. I think we're good here. Your ideal pitch angle should be like 3. Not 15 degrees. Time for carnage? At least it's time for testing. After I save this. Let's go ahead and save vehicle. Save over vehicle as vehicle. This is the first time we've actually saved this thing. If this game had crashed at any point, I'd be very sad. This is the Cavalier. Save the Cavalier as the Cavalier. Alright. We've saved it. Now it's time for carnage, yes. So we're going to turn the missiles off to do testing with... Oh, hang on. Probably not the best place for the pilot. If we have to board the enemy, we'll do it from over here. Perfect. Alright. Alright. Let's test this thing against some opponents of its size, roughly. Which it will not do well against other ships of its size. Oh, also, hang on. Turn off that. And save vehicle. Go. Okay. Let's test against... So 2 Atlases is less than it, so 3 Atlases will be something we can test against. We'll turn the missiles on for this. And turn off my repair beams so I can't help it. Ooh, when it's that close, the missiles miss. Interesting. Do they have enough speed to come back around? They have enough speed and fuel. They don't have enough turning to come back around. A couple of them did hit, I think. They died right before they connected. Now, mind you, we should basically never get hit by the Atlases, ever. Because, we're not in God mode, right? No, we're not. Oh, we actually haven't suffered any damage except for self-inflicted damage, it looks like. I say, with this many Sea Whiz guns, the Atlases should never be able to drop their bombs effectively on us. That's a really dangerous place for them to be. That killed him. That killed him very dead. But it's very important to keep in mind that we're not fighting the Deepwater Guard anymore. Yeah, see, those bombs get dropped and they get shot down instantly. Because the ship is like, I'm sorry, that's the thing I'm able to shoot down. Oh, we can shoot on either side of our turret, our tower. That's nice. Ooh, missiles are making good impact there. Last Atlas is down to 95%. Not taking much damage from flak, but then nothing does take much damage from flak. Let's be fair here. It's flak. Here come the missiles. Absolutely brutal. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy enemy vehicles. And we'll do this. We'll do repair all. Repair material and shells. Also, I'm going to stop giving materials as well. Alright, now we're going to spawn in something we want the missiles to spear. There we go, they're gone. Going to vanish yet? There they go, okay. Now we're going to spawn in something from the lightning hoods. We were fighting, it was the dipole that has the missiles that we couldn't block with the patrolmen. Maybe this could stop them. Yep, here comes its missiles. We should not able to shoot down those missiles. Okay, there we go. We're shooting down more now. They have a lot of missiles, though. And I don't think our missiles can engage them. Where are you going? Why is it not even slightly following the laser? Is the laser targeting it? Where is it sending those missiles off? It's being blocked by the spikes. This is why we test important things. The fact that it was being blocked by our own ship is really terrifying. Keep in mind, we're not helping with repairs. We have not suffered any major hits yet. We've been grazed by the laser several times, but that's about it. I don't know if these are fast enough to catch up to it. Looks like yes, no. No is the answer. It's not fast enough to catch up with this guy. But we're also not taking any real hits from him. Pilot Mendicant Bias. That's actually a great name. They're just... Oh, they're just able to hit it. Oh, that killed it. One missile is all it took. But it took that long for one missile to land. Ooh. That ain't great. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. It's not the worst thing we've done so far. Go ahead and repair all. Refill material, energy, and shells. Also, let's go ahead and save real quick, because we had to remove those spikes. Very important change. We win these. I will take that, yes. Can we take 2 dipoles? That's the question. Because this was the bomber that was giving us so much trouble with our ability to, you know, actually deal with them last time. All it took was 1. AI dead instantly. I'm pretty sure those will never hit another target. Like, there's no way they're going to chase them all the way over there and then hit him. They just don't have the fuel or the lifespan for that. They had a little bit more fins, they'd be able to hit better. But adding any more fins would reduce our explosive potential significantly. What is the speed moving thing at? This damn dipole is moving at 97 meters per second, yeah. Not the easiest thing to catch, regardless. Now, we could make a different version of this that instead of having missiles has a big plasma cannon on the back of it. That might work. That's something to consider, actually. And, yeah, we still haven't suffered any damage. So it's just a matter of clipping it with our missiles eventually. Of eventually clipping it with missiles, I should say. Damn. Yeah, its laser that it's shooting at us is really slowly killing us. Really slowly. Oh, that was a horrible miss on part of our laser tracker. This is a long fight. I don't know if this is a winnable fight for the Cavalier. Like, when we're up close and personal, yes, easily, in fact. But as soon as the dipole gets out to the 2,000 meter range it wants to be at, the Cavalier has a hard time hitting. Hang on, these are coming in close. That was a hit. We got 1 hit, but it wasn't enough. We hit somewhere very inconvenient for it, or very inconvenient for us. Amazingly, no explosive damage actually managed to do anything to this thing. Despite the fact that the explosive damage should be doing something. There's more explosives in that missile than there is EMP. So close. It's kind of a crapshoot as to who wins this fight. The dipole, in theory, could win this fight eventually. But it would take a very long time for the dipole to actually win this fight. But that's got to be a game over. Look how many of them hit. That's a game over for the dipole. It's down. Again, it fires missiles without using its AI, which is interesting to me. And sure enough, all of those missiles are getting shot down. Now, their fragments are still getting to us occasionally, but those fragments aren't doing a whole lot. Honestly, I think most of this damage probably came from the laser, not the missiles themselves. And looks like we lost 1 cannon. So that's roughly what 4% damage looks like on the Cavalier. Let's go ahead and repair. As a note, hang on, I just remembered something real quick. For campaign purposes, go ahead and do miscellaneous, do a repair bot, 2 repair bots, and 2 repair tentacles. There we go. Make it a little bit more expensive, but I'm okay with that. Save the Cavalier. That way it can repair itself and other friends while it's outside of combat. Okay. Because otherwise, it just sits there, not repairing itself. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn in something else, shall we? Let's spawn in... Let's see. What else was kind of... What's in the medium category? The Faraday? That's very big, apparently. I mean, the Faraday is less expensive than us. Can we beat it? Probably not. I have no idea what the Faraday is. That's a lot of missiles. Hang on, let's watch the missiles, see if they can be taken out. Doesn't look like we take out the first salvo of missiles. Oh, we did EMP damage. That means our missiles are hitting. It has torpedoes. I forgot to put torpedo interceptors on this thing. It's a boat that can't stop torpedoes. That's really bad for us. I think the Faraday is preventing our missiles from actually hitting it. Is it firing plasma at us? Oh, it's definitely firing plasma at us. That's absolutely plasma. And those are torpedoes. That just absolutely wrecked us. It's bouncing side to side. That is such an interesting design. Our missiles are able to hit it, though. The flak will do literally nothing to this ship. Let me put it that way. But I'm pretty sure any missiles it's firing are getting destroyed the moment they launch. Which is funny to me. All of those missiles hit and missed. Maybe I should reduce their explosive capacity and increase their fins by one more. Movie scene? Kinda. We're both getting picked apart here pretty heavily. That's a beautiful torpedo. Like, someone actually decorated this torpedo to make it look nice, too. Absolutely brutal. Ooh, that's a good chunk of armor right there. But yeah, I know for a fact it fired missiles at us before. We just seem to be just shooting them down the moment they launch, which is funny to me. Probably because this flak cloud is enormous. Yeah, all the missiles just coast right past it. This is like like you know, a Cold War era battleship versus an alien spacecraft is what we're looking at right now. So all those hits, and it finally went down into the water. Okay. Hey, that doesn't stop us from shooting you, because we have super cavitation rounds. All the missiles just bounce off of it because it's underwater. That's funny. And they're going too slowly to actually collide with it. Okay, you know what? One thing we can do that will actually make us a lot more effective against torpedoes is we can just add sonar to the ship. Because remember, these guns can target underwater. That's why we're still shooting them. We just need to be able to see underwater. I forgot to actually add a wet deck on the bottom. Oh well. This is reinforced wood. What? Oh no. I switched out the AI's compartment of heavy armor with reinforced wood. Oops. I'm sure that's fine. AI connector. Swap down one AI connector right there. And we'll do a detection component. We don't need a sonar to see submarines. We need a passive sonar to detect torpedoes coming towards us. Passive sonar 360? Yes, right there. Thank you. Eyesight backwards is blocked. That should be fine. The torpedoes shouldn't be coming from behind us. Also, I need to make this heavy armor again. This should be 4 meter of reinforced armor. Remove that. That's a vertical beam. Can't believe I fucked that up. This is a vertical beam. This is a vertical beam. Also turn on the damn symmetry mode. This is a horizontal beam. This is a horizontal beam. I presume these are all vertical beams, if I had to take a guess. Yep. Cannot believe I messed that up that badly. Also, real quick, surge protectors in the corners of the sonar so it doesn't get blown up, and so the AI doesn't get absorbed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult thing to do. So this reinforced wood needs to be a heavy armor 4-meter beam. Let's get this up out of the water so it stops phasing through existence. Should replace that. This. That's metal now. Heavy armor, I should say. Doesn't actually specify what heavy armor is, does it? Yeah, doesn't specify. It could be ceramics. It's really EMP. It doesn't reduce EMP at all, but it transfers EMP. Almost like a conduit. So maybe it's like copper, but that doesn't make any sense as to why like this would be. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I think that's all the wood. Yeah, I think we got all the wood. Okay. It's all heavy armor now. All right. So the AI is protected again. That's nice. Let's go ahead and save. Save that real quick. Save vehicle. Cavalier. Our current cost is 204,000. Okay. We can get this guy deployed again. All right. And now that we fixed that problem, where am I? There we go. Let's go ahead and spawn in. We actually managed to beat the Faraday, which is nice. The quadrupole. There's no way we win against whatever the fuck this thing is. It's twice our cost, and then some. It's got lasers, so we got smoke. That's a lot of missiles coming in towards us. It has particle cannons. Oh boy. That's a big chunk of damage that we just took. Oh yeah, those particle cannons shredded us. Took us apart, and then the EMP missiles took us out. Offensive bias, of course. It's a great name. Did we do any damage to this thing? No, we really didn't. Yeah, look at this guy. Ooh, he's fucking cool looking. You know what, if I had to die to something, I'm glad it was something cool looking. Alright, let's go ahead and destroy all vehicles. Go down. Water, load vehicle, we'll load in the Cavalier. Alright, let's try something hard that isn't... Okay, nothing applies here, apparently. What about a ship? That's in our price range, the Ampere. This is on the hard difficulty. Keep in mind, this is a ship. We should not win this fight. That's plasma. We definitely are not going to win this fight. How fast is this thing? 121. Good God. I don't think our missiles could catch it if they tried. It's firing interceptors at us. Okay. This thing is ridiculous. It's so tiny. Its volume is only, like, 66, 49, 15. It's tiny, comparatively, to us. Our missile's just following in its dust at the moment. Yeah, the only thing we have against this is our AA guns. Which, using AA guns against a boat seems like a pretty poor idea. If I had to say so myself. We're somehow not dead yet, though. I have no idea how we're not dead. Considering it's a plasma ship, it should be turning us to goo. It looks like it also uses missiles, which we're able to shoot down quite effectively. That plasma shotgun thirst, oh my goodness, that ripped the entire side off our ship. No tiny, totally average in my books. I mean, it's pretty small compared to, you know, the size of the ship it's fighting currently. In terms of sheer... Wait, are those our own missiles? Either he has green smoke, or those were our missiles. Ours are just flying off into space over here. Our ship is listing pretty heavily here. Oh, that was another big shot from its plasma gun. Are we still alive, is my question. Like, again, this is not a good match for us. We should not even have a chance at winning this. Our missile tracker can't even keep on the damn thing. So our missiles don't stand a chance of ever hitting it. Alright, well, with this test out of the way, of us being murdered, repair everything, refill. Go. Alright, let's go ahead and set us up with a... Does he have submarines? He does have a submarine. Cherenkov. I am curious. Hello, Cherenkov. How many torpedoes do you have? You are so tiny. There go your torpedoes. I gotta follow those torpedoes. There we go. Are these intercepted? That's the important part. Yes, they are. Look, all the shells are hitting them. Maybe? Maybe the shells were hitting them? Some shells are hitting them. Oh no, it's below us. We can't hit it with all of our shells. What kind of tracking do these things have? That just missed. How the hell did it miss? We also don't have torpedoes, so we can't actually shoot back at it, which is very funny to me. It's too low. You're a submarine. Oh, it's got a particle cannon. Oh, that's a brutally brilliant idea. It gets... And then it fires torpedoes straight up at you from underneath you. That's a brilliant design. I'm stealing that. That's such a cool design. That it gets underneath you and then fires a particle cannon up at you. And torpedoes. That's such a cool design. I love it. Occasionally we're able to see it, though, and we'll open fire on it. It's really cool, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and wipe the board clean. And repair. Okay. Let's try... Hang on. Anode. Wait, the anode is an easy design despite being 370... That's the one that cut the Squire in half with a particle cannon. Ships. Let's try a couple Voltos and see how this goes. Because remember, these were everywhere when we were fighting Lightning Hoods, and they were chewing up our ships real easily. Because of their size. They're too small for the missiles to shoot at. That's a problem. Anything exposed on it, though, the flak should take care of. If I started out the flak for, like, solid Sabo rounds, that probably would do more damage to these guys. Oh, that smoke is dense. They're barely doing anything through the smoke and the shields. Right? Because, I mean, yeah, my beam's not on. I'm not repairing it. And it's not in God mode. But the Volta is too small. Essentially, this looks like a standstill. We can't really hurt them, they can't really hurt us. Black just isn't good against these guys. Now, if they ever ram into us, they're screwed, because we're so much bigger than them. And we've seen that they do occasionally ram into people. Oh, a few blocks fell off of me there. Some of our alloy slopes on the side, looks like. Yep, a few of them. Right there, it looks like. A little bit of damage done. But honestly, they're not doing much. The amount of smoke and the amount of shields we have, they don't do a lot of damage to us. I think we generally can repair faster than they can destroy us. And we're not even repairing. So... kind of a standstill with these guys. Alright, that's enough of this. Like I said, it's a bit of a standstill with them. I think the Voltas would eventually win, because this ship just can't hurt them. But, that's not really what it's here for, is it? Let's go ahead and compare it against planes. Let's do the Firefly, because I know for a fact there was a lot of these guys flying around in the game. I say, those missiles should never come anywhere near us. They should get shot down immediately, which it looks like they are being shot down pretty much immediately. And some of them are firing at him. He's very fast, so actually hitting him with these guns is maybe not the easiest thing. But if he has any exposed parts, they would get blown out by flak pretty effectively. There we go, managed to lock onto him finally. He's firing out flares. Why is he firing out flares? I don't understand why he fires flares. Wait, are his flares aggressive? I really don't understand that. Because his missiles, they are being intercepted. Oh, his missiles are small, so which means they're very easy to intercept. The lack of damage from the flak makes me very sad. It's like he's made of alloy, and we're getting direct hits on him. We're just not able to do damage to him. Like, you think it would at least hurt the exposed bits, like, you know, that detection component at the front there. It's a 360 camera, it looks like. His missile racks, like, those are all exposed bits. You'd think the flak would at least do something to those. Or the exposed jet in the back, which, by the way, that's really cool looking. I just noticed there's a giant spinning turbine on the top of the jet. That's really cool. Anyway, sorry, what was I looking at? Like, all those explosions right there do no damage at all. It makes me very sad. Also, we have so many explosions going on, it's actually ruining the sound, which I find very interesting. There's a missile stuck inside of him. Not a great place for your missiles to be, not gonna lie. What other heads would be more effective than flak, though, for this? Maybe... Sabo? I mean, what if I did give it all Sabo rounds? Alright, we're really not doing anything here. Let's try Sabo rounds. Why not? Because Sabo rounds can do a decent amount of damage to words. Words indeed. Alright, let's do build mode. We're just gonna make a little test. We're gonna make a little change. Just do a little test. We should be able to just do this. And it should change all of them for me. We don't need the timed fuse anymore. We need the emergency ejection defuse still. We'll keep that. And then we'll swap this for Sabo bodies. We could do Sabo bodies. Just do a full Sabo round. It's not a terrible idea. Sabo is basically the highest armor piercing you're ever going to get. So this has an armor piercing of 31. Not enough to penetrate heavy armor on its own. It's also only moving at 559 meters per second. If we swapped a super cavitation base to here, and the emergency ejection defuse to here, and we swapped these with gunpowder casings, that gives us another 200-ish meters per second, which actually increases our AP to 42. That's enough to get through one layer of heavy armor. Wait. Is it? No, heavy armor is 60. Right. But that does give us enough to get through alloy, which is what most of their flyers use. And that should have converted all of... If we do this real quick. And do designer mode. Repair, refill APS shells, material energy. It should now swap all of our shells over to the Sabo rounds. APS, X intakes, CWiz shells, edit. Yep, that's the Sabo rounds right there. Okay. Let's see if that helps. Versus the same thing we were just fighting. We couldn't really kill, which was the Firefly. So these are doing only kinetic damage now. Mind you, it now has to hit directly to take out missiles and things like that. But it is doing that, so honestly, that's not terrible. Is it doing any damage to that thing at all? Oh, it is. We actually have done some damage now. You can see bits falling off of it. It's really far away. When it comes in for its attack run, we should shred it, in theory. Or it should do some damage at least. It's not getting close enough for us to hit it. Watching our hit points here to see if we take any damage from the missiles. Looks like no. Looks like we managed to take out all of its missiles. Before it closes in. Even with the, in theory, less effective Sabo rounds for the damage against projectiles. We are doing damage to it. Is it stuck in a circle? It's stuck in a circle. We damaged its AI or something. It's stuck in a circle. Much like the bolts when they get stuck in a circle. Or when they get damaged by 1 or 2%, it gets stuck in a circle. Good to know. Makes sense. It's a very lightweight aircraft. So one of these loaded down with... Yeah, it's going out of control. It can't control itself anymore. So one of these loaded up with Sabo rounds actually could do some damage to their aircraft. Without missiles. And definitely is capable of shooting down missiles still. I'm sorry, did that just hit us? With a missile? Didn't do any damage, though. The absolute spray of fire is quite interesting to me. Let's spawn in... What was something else we saw? The Solaris, I think we saw several times. Solaris is a big boy. Oh, yeah, he's the guy with the bottom-sided laser, isn't he? Maybe? Yes, he is. There it is. Okay, all those missiles missed. If you want this to be effective against the lightning hoods, I think we need to swap those missiles out to make them more maneuverable. Because it's just not going to catch them with missiles. Although those Sabo rounds are blinking away at it. They're doing some damage. More than the flak would ever be doing in this case. And this guy's not really a missile bomber, which means the Sabos should keep targeting him forever. He's not really launching missiles at us. So we should just be... Yeah, we're slowly picking off pieces of his ship. And because we're firing so many bullets, it's actually doing a decent job at it. And his laser's doing jack diddly squat against us. Those missiles are just never going to hit him. He's arguably too fast to be hit by... Never mind. He's arguably too fast to be hit by missiles as he's being slaughtered by missiles. I think we actually won this fight. Or we're about to. Oh, the piece I was attached to got blown off. The fact that we might actually stand a chance at beating these guys. We haven't taken a single point of damage yet. Are you freaking serious right now? There's no way. There's no way we take this guy out without taking any damage. His laser's down. It can't hit us anymore. We might have taken out something important, maybe? And that is a lot of missiles directly to the ass. There's no way he's alive from that. Really? He's still alive. I'm shocked that he's still alive. He's at, what, 76%? He is well insulated from EMP. I don't think his laser's intact anymore. That's a heartstone. Why does he have a heartstone? Got a lot of interceptors facing backwards. No, those are flares. He's got flares. Probably do better with interceptors, honestly, than flares at this point. I think his speed is actually still the same. We haven't really damaged anything important up there except for his weapon system. His weapon system, though, we've completely removed. Pretty much, at this point. There we go, have some more. And he's down. Wow. You know, actually, we're doing a pretty good job against their AI, or against their airships now, or their vessels. Like, this thing's actually shredding them. GG indeed. Considering that thing was such a problem for our ships last time, like, even the Squire troubled against that, had some trouble against that thing. Let's try the Caspian, whatever the hell that is. It's very big. Lasers doing absolutely nothing to us. Missiles coming in. Missiles not being intercepted. All of these guns and we couldn't take out the missiles. What the hell are you shooting at? Oh. Oh. A few torpedoes. Just a few. A couple of those coasted right into the armor. Those are all like EMP torpedoes. Suck it, we have a really good EMP protection. I do notice a distinct lack of AI on our ship, though, at the moment. We appear to have been defeated. So the Caspian, which is more expensive than us by only about 40k, is unfortunately enough to take us down. And it EMP'd us. It EMP'd us to death. Think about that. That was a lot of missiles and a lot of torpedoes. The Caspian is basically a hard counter to us. What about a Luxon? Again, I am well aware that it's a little unfair to be sending something that's 4 times more expensive than that against this thing. But that's kind of the conditions we were in. We were sending a ton of things against these guys. We just didn't have the right ships to do it. Kind of shredding him, honestly. once the guns get their act together, they really tend to take out most of the things that are coming towards us. In terms of missiles. Ace Pilot, Guilty Spark. You freaking serious? Okay, look at these. Yeah, it's chewing up their missiles. Nice and toasty. And then when it does a overhead flight like that, it gets shredded by the Sabo rounds. And it launched its missiles. And I think one of those got through. Honestly, that's not terrible. Considering we're firing very small shells at them, and we're not firing them very fast. Doing pretty good here. And we're doing damage to it. Just slowly. Methodically. Peeling it apart like an onion. Oh, I think it just entered a tailspin. Nope, it's just coming back around to face us again. That looked important. Okay, that did some damage. I'm liking the Sabo rounds, honestly, rather than having flak rounds. Let's compare that to how it fights dusters now. I'm curious. With Sabo rounds instead of flak. We haven't hit anyone yet. Oh, that's one hit, 2 hits. Oh yeah, as soon as they go over us, they're basically gonna get chewed apart. Dusters are actually doing a decent job surviving this. I think they'll die eventually, but it's just a matter of time, really. I mean, I'm not surprised by this. The Duster costs, what, like 8,000? Yeah, 8,000. It's basically a shitty little plane, single prop, with 2 rockets that it fires at you. They're not even missiles, they're rockets. Because they don't course correct once they've launched. Let's blow up something more expensive from the Deepwater Guard, shall we? Let's see how we fare against a Moray? Sure, why not? I know the Moray is decently tough. Let's see how it handles this. It's a lot of cram shells coming in. They missed, thankfully. Yeah, all those flares are not going to do anything against me, because my missiles track directly via the laser. Apparently, we don't target cram shells very well, which is interesting to me. Most CWIS I've done in the past targets cram shells just fine. There we go, we've got those ones out of the way. Looks like the Moray is going down. Oh yeah, it's definitely going down. We must have done something important to it. But being underwater does not protect you from us, because we have the super cavitation base. It does kind of protect you from our missiles, but if you're floating near the surface like this, it does not. Oh, that's some good carnage right there. Absolutely get shredded, fool. Are those missiles? Or missile interceptors? I'm not sure. That's a lot of firepower just being poured in one little spot right there. Good lord. You know, gotta give it to the Moray. It's still technically alive. It also did more damage to us than some of the Lightning Hood's vehicles did. Dids? Sure, those are words. And here comes another round of missiles. Being intercepted. Those were interceptors. Good to know. Okay. Are we not shooting it anymore? Are we done with our guns shooting at it? Oh, it's dead. That'd be why we're done shooting at it. Okay, I see. Oh, let's try something that we definitely should not be able to win against. Let's do a godly... yeah, the Tarpon. We should not be able to beat the Tarpon with this thing. It just shouldn't happen. Oof. Yeah, we haven't even hurt the Tarpon yet. It intercepted all of our missiles. The deck is being blown apart. As the Tarpon doesn't use missiles, it uses cannons, which means we really should not have a chance against this thing. It's also got decent... It's also got solid Sea Whiz, it looks like, itself. Yeah, because none of those missiles hit. The only thing we've hit so far is a small amount of Sabo rounds from the main guns. The Tarpon is a beautiful looking ship as well. Like, it's a giant mess, and I kind of love it. Because it's a giant mess. Also, its gun is enormous. Yeah, see, there's all of its Sea Whiz being fired at the guns. Or at the missiles. I think these are the side guns here. These are all Sea Whiz right there, I think. Yep, okay. That looks like an easy win for the Tarpon. Which is understandable, considering it's twice our cost. And it's a capital ship. Let's go ahead and spawn in Cavalier again. And we'll spawn in... let's do a Plunderer, not a Crossbones. There's no way in shit we could beat a Crossbones, but a Plunderer, maybe. Probably be down to the missiles, honestly. Yeah, that's a bit of damage. Just a smidgen. That's 8% damage in one salvo of missiles. Can we intercept those cram shells? No, we can't interrupt all those cram shells. But we did do some damage to them, which means they didn't do much damage to us. Because remember, as long as you damage a projectile, you reduce the amount of damage it does to you. A little bit of damage, but we have that inner wall of armor at the front there. Those missiles are just absolutely brutal. Ooh, I think that was a direct hit with the cram shell, actually. We're front again? Oh, yeah, it took out the other side this time. Our very spiky nose is becoming less spiky by the moment. Oh, we're close enough for it to engage with its missiles. And, we shot them down. Because, spoiler alert, we're really good at killing missiles. I don't know what we're shooting at in the water. Missiles, maybe? The ship appears to be mostly offline. I think that's the only gun that's left tracking. Missiles just pouring into center mass of the ship. That cram shell got deleted. Ooh. Is that barrel smaller on the left, right there? Or is that an optical illusion? Yeah, those cram shells are just getting deleted instantly. Excellent. I love myself some gratuitous explosions. Oh man, I think, ladies and gentlemen, that this is where we're going to leave our testing for this ship at the moment. I have been Did Videos, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure building this frigate with you today, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Cavalier. I look forward to joining the fight against the Lightning Hoods in the next stream. However, this is the Saturday stream, which means we're wrapping up for the week. Let's see, what do we have on the docket? Into the Radius is going to come up tomorrow. As a note, Into the Radius is probably going to slow down a little bit now that we're out of October. Also because I have not played a game for myself in the last month. Because I've been recording at literally every waking moment that I'm not at work. I'm either recording or editing. So Spooktober will probably slow... What the fuck was my pistol doing there? Anyway, so Spooktober being over, Into the Radius, I will finish it because at this point I'm invested in the game and also I'm having a lot of fun. Outer Wilds, we have more of that coming up. More Xenonauts coming up. That's going to be great. We're going to be a lot of fun with that. We have one mission left in real scale StarCraft. So next week, I presume we're going to finish the Wings of Liberty campaign. And then we'll move to the Heart of the Swarm campaign. And that's going to be a lot of fun, because it is a whole different ballgame. Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void Real Scale are different ballgames entirely than Wings of Liberty. They took everything they made from Wings of Liberty and improved it massively. It's different. It's another modder plus the one that was working on the original Wings of Liberty Real Scale. They implemented hard points capital ships, so you can, for example, you could shoot down the Yamato gun on battle cruisers. You could shoot down the area to service batteries, the different hangars on carriers, things like that. Like, I don't know if void rays have hard points or not, but science vessels do. All kinds of things do. So it's basically a whole different ball game. And also we're going to be playing as the Zerg, which means thousands of Zerglings. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. I'm also not looking forward to, a shitlord or broodlord. Hello. Does repair the chair underneath me? Nice. Repairing, broodlords and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff as well. And also it's the actual Heart of the Swarm campaign, which is arguably easier than Wings of Liberty, so I think Wings of Liberty is technically like the hardest campaign. I think Heart of the Swarm is the easiest one because you have Kerrigan, which, because Kerrigan is still Kerrigan-sized, she'll be less effective overall. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void from there. What else do we have going up? Obviously, more From the Depths will be coming up next week. We have Terraria Tuesdays. Obviously, that's a big one we're going to do. We are fighting Skeletron. Well, actually, this coming week will be the first stream we've dedicated entirely to killing Skeletron. Everything else is prep work for him. I think that's about it. Other than Into the Radius and Outer Wilds, Xenonauts, yeah, that'll be everything. I'm probably going to start doing longer Into the Radius episodes, but less episodes a week. Because it takes me less time to make one episode than it does multiple episodes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's my weekly wrap-up done. And with the ship slowly repairing itself in the background, ladies and gentlemen, with this ship steaming forward into the fleet, ready to fight, that is where we're going to leave it for the week. Hope you've all enjoyed, as much as I've enjoyed playing it for you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, there is a link to the Discord in the description down below if that's something you are interested in. Otherwise, have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.